All right, boys, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Can you hear me now?
Huh?
Yeah.
What? All right, welcome to the 2.5 Hippies podcast. My name is Alex.
My name is Alfred.
No, it isn't. His name is also Alex. And we have...
I'm Jack.
And Jack here. We got a three-man group this time, a trio here, as you say.
Yeah. A trilogy.
A three-way? All right.
We got a good threesome
so
going here.
How's everybody doing? Everyone good? How was everyone's weekend?
It was solid.
Solid?
Great weekend.
Well, you didn't DJ this weekend, did you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Nice.
I played golf.
Hey, golf is a phenomenal game.
I hate it.
While we
I
are
go
here,
play every weekend.
before we get down to brass tacks here, I want to ask, what are you guys' thoughts on Aaron Rodgers going to the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I mean, to be expected.
Why did it take so long? Do you guys know anything about that? Why did Aaron Rodgers take like 3-4 goddamn months?
Because he's Aaron Rodgers.
Why has he got to be so dramatic with
Because
everything?
he didn't want to go to OTAs.
What's OTA?
Oh, you're actually so right about that.
What's an OTA?
OTA? It's like
I
a
don't know what
mini
it stands
camp.
for, but it's like mini. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he skipped out on camp and then joined the team just so he's lazy.
His thing has always been that he like skips out or at least wants to skip out. Like that's been that was a thing when he was in Green Bay. Is like he wouldn't show up to the mini camps.
This guy is crazy.
Or he didn't play preseason either, did he? No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. I still think they're going to go 10-7. I mean, they got DK Metcalf. They still have one of the best defenses in the league.
how did they do last season?
10-7.
10-7. Yeah, they're
going to get
Mike
wins.
Tomlin's never had a losing season.
Never had a losing record.
So yeah, I think they. Let's see who's in the division. I think they make the playoffs. Or they're
Because the Browns
they're right
Not
on
really
the
going
cusp.
out on a branch there.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
Because the Browns
I
are
don't know.
ass.
yeah,
Ravens
it's not
are
the
probably
Browns. Ravens are gonna probably
and then
win.
Bengals is the one that's interesting. They can be the best team
Well,
in the
Trey
division.
Hendrickson is the sack king is the big question mark.
Yeah.
Is that still
And with the
unresolved?
mediocre defense already, so like, I don't know.
Yeah, so if they lose him, they're definitely not making the playoffs. If they retain him, they have a much better chance. But I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. Is it really just because their defense is so bad, and then
No, he just wants to get paid like the sack king. And
Because
they're
he's
not
one of the best
budgeting.
no?
defenders
But last
in the league.
season, what did they end at? They were like really
They
bad the
missed
first half of
playoffs
the season,
just barely.
but because they went like 1-5 to start out the season.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
So, what is that? Just because their defense was that bad? They had some like did
They were scoring.
did Chase ever get injured last season? I know
He got triple crown, bro. I don't
Higgins
know
for
if he
sure
could get
did.
triple crown without getting.
Yeah, I don't think he did miss a game.
He got triple crown last season.
I believe he
Was
did.
he
yeah.
the number one receiver in
He's the-
fantasy?
Oh, not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was second?
And what I will say is
Jefferson, maybe.
he's one
I
of
don't think so.
he's one of few triple crown winners to miss the playoffs. Can you name it? Can
I name the other?
any others?
Calvin
were
Johnson?
they within the last 15 years? Or are they older than that?
Wait, let him pull up the list and then we'll guess.
You know one of them because of his brother.
I know one of them because of his brother.
What brother?
Because of his brother? Jason Kelsey.
Triple crown.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm
Travis
obviously
Kelsey.
kidding.
Nope.
No.
What
He's not
other
famous
brother?
because of his brother.
He's not famous because of his brother?
No, I mean they both played in the NFL.
Shannon Sharp?
Correct.
Wait, actually?
Yep. Sterling Sharp was the last player to win the Triple Crown and miss the playoffs.
And what a
1992.
I've seen him play golf.
Sterling? Or
Yeah,
Shannon?
Sterling.
Is he the
Yeah.
one that lives in Arizona? Or is that a different
I have
Maybe.
no idea.
guy? Okay.
Yeah.
And then who's the
couldn't
other
tell
ones?
you. Yeah, who else we got? Who missed the playoffs?
I'm not finding anyone else.
Oh, just those two?
Might be.
Interesting.
How many Triple Crown winners are there? What exactly is a Triple Crown?
Triple Crown is when you lead the league in receiving yards, receptions, and receiving touchdowns. Cooper Kupp did it either year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen every year.
Oh, is that what a Triple Crown is?
Yep.
I thought a Triple Crown was like you pass over 2,000 yards or some shit like that.
That's a Triple Crown.
Oh.
Interesting, right? That's
Yeah.
really hard to do.
I think that's actually the first time I've actually like heard the definition of a Triple Crown.
And do you think a Triple Crown is like one of the most impressive things to do in football?
Yeah.
For a wide receiver, yeah.
It's like if you're a wide receiver, if you get a Triple Crown, you're like that guy.
Defensively, I think Revis has the most untouchable, near perfect season.
Yeah.
Terrell Revis.
Well, he didn't cap it off with a ring, but you know.
Hey,
Still one
Was
of
it
the
the one on
greatest
the Jets?
cornerbacks.
Was it on the Jets?
Mm-hmm. Revis Island.
Revis
Yeah.
Island. Yeah, no one could fucking move when he was guarding you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see his stats. Revis Island stats. Andre Johnson got 4 catches for 35 yards against him. Randy Moss got 4 catches for 24 yards,
Wow.
and he gave up an interception to Revis. Justin Gage, I don't know who that is. Marquise Colson, no. Ted Ginn,
Marquise Colson. Yeah, I know that.
he had 2 catches for 30 yards. Ted Ginn had 2 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. So that's one of the only touchdowns scored against him. Randy Moss again had 5 catches, 34 yards, and a touchdown on his second visit with him. Terrell Owens got 3 catches and 31 yards. Guess Chad Ochocinco's stat line against Revis.
0-0-0.
Correct.
Wow.
Not 1 catch, not 1 yard.
That's crazy.
Has there been a player as good as Darrelle Revis recently? Is there anyone you could put in?
Defensively?
Is Surtain?
At cornerback?
Patrick Surtain?
He's up there.
He's the best in the league right now, is he not?
Yeah. Probably.
Is
Richard
that his-
Sherman?
Richard Sherman's not in the league anymore.
Yeah, but are you talking about
All
just
time?
in the league right now?
All time?
That Revis season, I think is top 5 out of every position. I think that's like an untouchable kind of like what was
I'd have
the
to do
total
more
yards?
research, but I totally believe that.
Yeah.
Like the total yards, he only had like 100 something yards against him all season.
All season?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns allowed.
I don't really know what the normal stats of cornerbacks are for yards against them. So I don't know how good that is.
Average corner back season stats.
It would be a lot easier if you had ChatGPT. Nice.
See, it's hard to do.
Yeah, because that's not really something that they tend to look at, is it?
Let's be real.
Yards against
The media
cornerback?
ain't gonna give a shit about this.
Yeah.
Media only cares about 3 positions only: quarterback, wide receiver, and running back.
What? I don't think that's true at all. If it's
And
definitely
the
not
defense
running
the
back.
defense is always talked about as a unit, never talked about as individual players.
I would say quarterback, wide receiver, pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even pass rusher over wide receiver.
Tight ends are on the rise.
On the
On
rise. Running backs
Plus,
are
I
on
think
the rise
tight end. We had the
again.
golden age of the tight ends was the Antonio Gates. It was like Antonio Gates and Tony Gonzalez,
What are you
Todd
talking
Heap.
about?
No,
We're
dude.
young
The
and raw in
there.
peak of tight end
Right now,
is
Well, with Brock
Yeah.
Bauer.
every team has an elite pass catching tight end.
that is not true.
The best
Damn
one.
near.
That is not even
Trey
close to
McBride.
true.
Trey McBride is legit.
Trey McBride.
Luke Musgrave.
No, Noah Fant?
Luke Musgrave is an elite pass catching tight end.
For
Really?
for Green Bay?
Kraft.
Musgrave.
Kraft.
Oh, those are the two options you're giving me as elite pass catchers?
For Green Bay, yeah.
I don't agree.
They're
with
not
that
even the top 3 pass catching on their team.
Dude,
what are
did
you
you not
talking
play
about?
fantasy last year? Dude, all the fucking tight ends were ass in
The
the beginning.
fact,
What are
the
you
fact,
talking about?
Yes, there
They
was
were like,
Brock Bowers
historically, all
through the
the fucking
first
tight ends
7
are
games.
ass.
Brock Bowers was the
He
only
carried.
good.
He was the only one that was scoring like 20 points, bro.
Yeah.
None of my fucking tight ends. Like Sam
Yeah,
Laporta
nobody's
was
tight
ass.
end was good until
T.J.
the end of the
Hawkinson was
season.
hurt, and then when
Yeah.
he played, he was ass.
Mark
Like,
Andrews sucked for the first half of the
Ferguson
season.
Just the one,
ass.
the legacy guys. Just the legacy guys.
Travis Kelce's
What do you mean
ass.
just
No, like I said, the
No,
only
it
one
was
that
everyone. Only Brock Bowers was giving production for the first half of the season.
No, I think he was
Or
pretty
consistently.
He was pretty consistent.
Consistently
I'll
giving
give him credit
production.
because he was like beating out a lot of receivers. Like he was like one of the better.
Yeah.
Like he was the best receivers.
He wasn't
period.
getting any touchdowns, but he was getting
Yeah, because his
receptions
teams
on
were
days.
ass, and
Yeah.
he just had guys that just chucked the ball like Aiden McConnell and
Yeah.
fucking Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh yeah, and Minshew.
Minshew was on that team too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
about
was Jimmy Garoppolo on that team?
last year? I think. What team is he on now?
Was he on the Raiders last year?
Now you're questioning me. I don't know. I don't remember. Either way,
Because wasn't it Minshew versus
I think you're
O'Connell?
right. I think Garoppolo was the year before. Yeah, you're right. I think it was Minshew. He had Gardner Minshew. The
Minshew.
fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, because Gardner Minshew started the season.
Yeah, right.
But who does? No, not the Saints. Maybe Garoppolo was on the Raiders.
Garoppolo was on the Raiders, yeah.
Are you guys?
Did he start the season with them?
Yeah, but I don't know when on the Raiders.
Dude, there's so many good
Because I thought
tight ends. Maybe not.
you gave me Kraft and Musgrave, and it's like, oh, this is the
Yeah.
prime
Well,
of
you guys
tight
just started
ends.
cutting me off, so I
Maybe
just
like
stopped
10
talking.
years
but-
ago when you had like the rivalry.
Yeah,
between
see,
Gronk.
I think Gronk is the most dominant tight end
ever.
ever.
All right, Travis Kelce finished 10th placed amongst tight ends last year.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Well, he had a
Oh, and
bad
he's the
season.
best of the best, huh? Oh,
Look
he
at
had a
his
bad
season.
season. Well, Pat
Look at his
Firemouth,
season.
Zach Ertz, Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft was
I
number
can't
7 on the
argue,
year,
honestly.
and you're
You know-
saying you're trying to say, oh, what a shit, stupid. I didn't
I'm
even
tell
see
me
saying
the
it's-
they're
7th
all
most.
bad. Yeah,
If you're
but
telling
what
me-
are the numbers?
Laporta? Okay,
what are
one-
the numbers?
Tucker Kraft scored 1 less point than Laporta. Would you
Okay,
say
but
Laporta's good?
Give me yardage and
No,
touchdowns.
You're
Kraft
basing
is
it off
legit.
your
No,
feelings.
you can't just
I have
say
the
number
numbers in front of
7
me.
when we're saying they're all bad. They were all shitty, and you're saying number 7 proves that they're good. No, what were the stats? Did he have 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, or did he have 500 yards and fucking 5 touchdowns?
No.
That's not elite.
He had 700 for
So
7.
in between.
Okay, that's pretty
Really?
Pretty good.
But
But
like we're talking
4
about
or 5
Gronk,
years
that's
ago, that
not
was
bragging
never the
1,000
case.
yard
The 7th
season.
best tight end would never score 114 points. Ever.
Yeah?
I agree.
That's
that
all I was
the
saying.
Utilize the tight end more and
average
more in
of
the
tight
offense
end,
nowadays. That
there's
is true.
more
We're in
pass
the golden-
catching, but I don't think we're in the
The most
golden
talented
age.
because we have Gronk. Gronk is talented. You got the Antonio
Yeah.
Gates, what's that other guy? Tony Gonzalez. Those that might be top 2 themselves.
The
Like,
tight
those
ends are
numbers
definitely becoming
those numbers
more
you
pass
can't
catching
argue
than they
against
used to
Antonio
be.
Gates, bro.
But I don't think that we're seeing as elite tight end play as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, you got Gronk.
And I think last season
Kelsey's
especially proved
I think
that.
a guy like Brock Bauer can be like a star where he's literally their best offensive player.
Yeah.
Like Travis Kelce was the
I'm not
best
saying you're
offensive
wrong.
player on their team. Like Gronk
I'm
was
not
the
saying
best
you're
offensive
wrong.
player on their team.
About like a golden era, but
I don't even think that's
I don't think you realize how spread out all these guys you're naming are. They were like all like 5-10 yard. Their primes were like 5-10 years apart.
well,
from each
he
other.
said I only
Antonio-
said Gronk. He said those guys,
and they
I
were
said
very far apart.
they were far apart. I said Gronk was
far apart
the
from
peak
Antonio.
of tight end. Gronk and
Yeah.
Kelsey.
because they were together. Like Kelsey's old. He's been around a long
Kelsey's
time.
old.
Yeah, but he's younger than Gronk by a good bit.
He came
Exactly.
in the league
So they're-
2013.
Their primes were
He's been around
like 5 years
12
apart.
years.
They're about
I think
7
Gronk
years
was around
difference in
2010.
age.
Gronk was around like 20.
Yeah, because Kelsey's prime didn't come until Mahomes.
No, I disagree. That's just not true.
His
No.
prime
His prime was before Mahomes. I don't. Him with Alex Smith. Are you guys
was
serious?
better.
Are we forgetting what he did?
I'm not saying he was
Are
bad.
we forgetting what he did before Pat Mahomes?
I'm not saying he was
He
bad,
was
but
a
I.
top 2 tight end before Pat Mahomes.
And
No.
then he became the number one.
And then he became the number 1.
So
Mahomes.
did he
But
peak before or during Mahomes?
just because of the benefit of the quarterback and having more winning games. But I think individually,
Wait.
I think
So
Travis
you're
Kelce
saying-
was like in the peak, like he was always this good.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
got
saying-
more yards and more touchdowns, but it wasn't his peak because that was all Patrick Mahomes. The fuck are you
It
saying?
is a little, yeah, it kind of is because they worked out pretty well.
Your
It
peak
turned out,
is your highest level of
turned out
production. His
to
highest
work
level of
well
production
when they
came
were
with
together.
Mahomes.
We're talking over each
No,
other.
but it
guys.
turned out to work well with both. But Kelsey was like it's not like he got better with. I think he was just as good. He just had an easier person to catch it from because Mahomes is a talented quarterback to throw it to him. Like Alex Smith was good, but it's not like he had to work a little harder because he's not as elite as Mahomes. But I think Kelsey before Mahomes was already like one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He just like Mahomes with the rings and everything just put him on another stratosphere. And I still think Gronk is better, but Kelsey's probably number 2.
They don't build too many people like Gronk.
No.
Gronk is different.
He's like a
Gronk
once in
is
generation like body.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, but then, well, I guess we can't really say that Gronk was the best tight end because he had Tom Brady throwing to him, right, Nabong?
That helps a
Right,
lot.
Nabong?
That helps a lot.
Well,
But look at him without Tom Brady.
actually, Gronk's
Look at
peak
him
was in
without Tom
ASU.
Brady.
He just
Has he ever played
or
without
U
Tom
of A.
Brady?
He just didn't have Tom Brady, so his numbers weren't as good. But that was his peak. Was U of A. He didn't get any better. He just had a better person throwing to him.
Tom Brady he always had
Do you
Tom Brady.
hear
It's
what
hard
you
to,
sound
it's
like?
hard to argue because he always had Tom Brady. But like having different quarterbacks, and being able to put up the same production with a quarterback who isn't as
Yeah, but you
talented,
act like
that-
Mahomes came in the last 2 years. How
Okay,
long has Mahomes
I
been
think
a starter
I
now?
think-
7,
no.
8 years?
Kelsey had
7
like
years?
5 great years before. Like a lot like
And then he had 6
more.
elite, even better years after that. So are you really going to argue that his peak was before Mahomes? How could you possibly argue that?
I'm just gonna look at numbers alone. Let's see who's right because I think it was before Mahomes.
No, because I was drafting Gronk over Kelsey before Mahomes came along.
were you?
Yeah. I for sure was. Because Mahomes came, Tom Brady was still in New England, so was Gronk.
Our
It was
stats
still
before.
peak
So
Patriots.
Mahomes'
Well, maybe
first
not
year
peak,
was
but-
2018. Before that, so he had 4 great years before Mahomes.
But how does that compare to?
Okay,
after?
he stats wise he is better with Mahomes.
Okay, let's see. We'll go with 2014. 862 yards. Where's touchdowns? 5 touchdowns. Next year, 875, 5 touchdowns. 1,001, just over 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns.
That was
The
that was
year
Mahomes' first year.
that's Mahomes' first year, 2017.
2018.
Okay, I'm on 2017. So he had 2,000 yards. Bro, I'm looking at these numbers. How could you possibly? All right, year before Mahomes, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. First year with Mahomes, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Second year with Mahomes, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. Still better than anything he did before. His best season, 2020, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. Like he only had one season. These last 2 seasons weren't great, but this is his peak.
Like it's not even
This
that
is his
bad.
peak.
Like
His peak is
his worst isn't even
2018
that
to
bad.
2021 or
He never had less than
2022.
800 yards for a season. He had four 800-yard seasons. Three.
His rookie year he had 0
He didn't
yards.
play. He didn't play his rookie year. I don't count it as.
Let's see. This might be his best year. It's hard to tell, but
I
12
think it's
touchdowns.
2020 year, bro. He was insane.
You think so? Because he only
1,400
got
yards.
no. Look. He only got 100 more yards, but he only got one more touchdown.
But
they're pretty comparable.
Okay, his best years were with Mahomes.
By far.
I still would argue that he was an absolute stud already. Having Mahomes just
I'm not
helped
going to
him
disagree
Raider.
I'm not going to disagree with that. He's definitely a stud. Was a stud before, but his peak is for sure 2018 to 2022, and those are all Mahomes years.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not even close. It's not even close.
Okay.
It's not even close. I can't believe you look at that and still stand on that. Really? The numbers are talking, dude. You said let's look at the numbers. They're talking. They say you're wrong.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's switch it up here. I want to get back to music. Jack, I see that you looked up something. Do you want to work with that, or you want to move on?
What'd you look up?
Let's move on. All right. So, do you know what's going on with the Clips?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, I watch them on TikTok.
So the Clips are a rap group from the late 90s comprised of Pusha T, which I'm sure you guys heard of, and Malice. He goes by Malice, or No Malice, however you want to call him. So
I maybe have heard some of his songs. Maybe.
He's a bit people our generation aren't really going to know Malice because people know Pusha T as a solo artist nowadays.
Yeah.
So basically what's going on with them is that they were signed to Def Jam, and they were slated to release an album 2024 in the summer of last year. Apparently there was a song on the track called Chains and Whips, and this song contains a feature by none other than Kendrick Lamar.
Really?
Yeah.
And when did this come out?
Well, it hasn't come out yet. This is
coming out.
This is all part of the story. This is all from so UMG, so Def Jam is under UMG, and as you guys know, UMG is currently dealing with a lawsuit with yours truly, Mr. Aubrey Graham, Drake. They were like telling the Clips, "Hey, take this song off. I don't want this song on the." We don't want to put this because it's going to hurt our legal battle. But the Clips were like, nah, we're going to keep it on. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep this song on. We don't give a fuck what you say. And then and there, and this is actually true, they actually dropped the Clips from their label. So they severed ties with Def Jam because of this. So
recently.
This happened recently, yes.
Wow.
Well, it was going on. We just didn't know about it.
Yeah.
The news is just going out right now.
Yeah.
So they had this album that was just shelved that the label would never release, and they no longer have it. So they just have this album. Luckily, they found a new distributor, Rock Nation. Rock Nation founder is who? You don't know?
No.
Jay-Z. Right?
Okay.
Jay-Z had Rockefeller in the 2000s, then had Rock Nation in the late 2000s.
That's right.
2000. He actually signed J. Cole. So
originally?
Yeah, originally. Before he went on to do Dreamville. So they signed. So Jay-Z signed them under Rock Nation, and which is crazy because Rock Nation hasn't been a thing in forever, and they are slated.
So Rock Nation came back just for
almost
this album.
In a way, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So now they're under Rock Nation, and they're gonna release the album next month. They just dropped their first single, Ace Trumpets. I think that's what it's called. Great song, by the way. I highly recommend it. But yeah, so they just dropped from their label, and this is not the first time this happened. Before their second album, Hell Hath No Fury, they were supposed to release it around like 2003, 2004. Under Jive Records, who they just recently signed to at the time. And Jive was like, no, we're not going to release this. We don't support what you're trying to do. We don't like this coke rap. We don't think it's going to sell. So basically, they filed like lawsuits on them. They were like suing. Yeah, they were filing lawsuits on their own record label. The Clips.
To
This is a separate situation, by the way.
from the
From the Def Jam situation. This is a repeated pattern. I'm trying to paint a picture here. So this happened recently. This is something that also happened in the mid 2000s too. So the label didn't like what they were going to release. They sued them, got out of the sued to get out of the record label, and then just released the album. And they were releasing mixtapes at the time independently, just so they could get music out there to their fans. And then they released the album, blows up everything. And then they severed ties with Jive after that or something like that. I don't know what the story, but like they basically have been going through like legal battles with their record labels for almost like 2-3 decades. 2 separate record labels for 2 separate situations. One was to support his boy Kendrick Lamar, which is crazy how it's all like connecting back to the Drake. But like Drake, he started the Drake beef. Kendrick ended it, and then he puts Kendrick on his album. Then fucking loses. Cuts ties with his record label because of it, just so he could put Kendrick on the album. Like literally that. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I hope it flops, but
what the fuck?
Of course, it's not going to.
I don't know. It's hard to say because
because everyone just can't stop sucking Kendrick's dick.
Yeah, they'll listen to Kendrick, but I think
the
they'll listen to
Poet
Clips
Laureate,
based off the
Grammy
Kendrick song.
Yeah, did you see what was the award ceremony that was last night where like they just handed him like 6 awards all at once because he won so many? Was it the Grammys?
I don't know. He always
Kevin Hart was hosting it, so yeah, it probably was the Grammys.
Grammys award season's in like January.
Yeah,
you
that's
mean
what
the
I
American Music Awards?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And
voted by the people.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, aren't we a big proponent of the masses choose things?
In a way, it's definitely something I don't want to discredit when I'm listening to my music. I think I like to listen to music that other people know. I like to listen to music that, like, when you play in the crowd, everyone knows it. And then, it's really, I think that's really hard to do, to play a song that everybody knows. Yeah. And if anyone does it, despite of the quality of the song, I have nothing but to commend them for making that type of music.
I don't think that's hard to do.
Then do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Make a song that sells multi-platinum.
Well, I'm saying you just said play. I was saying not that hard to play a song that everyone knows.
Or make a song.
Oh, make a song. So
I thought he was just saying play.
That's why,
he did say play a song, but
of course, I want to listen to music with a level of sophistication, a level of like artsiness, thoughtful. But at the end of the day, I like, I want to listen to music that everyone listens to. It's like I kind of want to do both. I don't think there's one over the other. I kind of want to balance both sides. That's why you got artists that like do both, who are like artsy and commercial, like Kanye.
Yeah,
that's why Kanye is the GOAT.
And Drake.
Drake is the purest example from low artsiness and high commercialism.
Yeah,
he's like he's probably the prime example of that. Low quality, high commercial. Like his music is like not high
low
art.
quality.
It's not high art music. It's pop music that you play at the clubs. It's not like this high art sophisticated.
No, that's just the pop songs that you play at the clubs that you're listen to.
Even the deep cuts. Do you think the deep cuts are like that?
You need to listen to his whole discography.
Nobody would consider Drake high art.
Yeah, I know that. No, I'm not saying he's
What about Marvin's
art.
Room though? Marvin's Room is like a very like art.
Yeah, see, like
that's probably
his only one.
Stuff.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of stuff. What about the album he did with Black
Party Next
Coffee?
Door Weekend ripped off. What?
Black Coffee.
I like that because that's kind of true. He did rip off The Weeknd on Take Care. However, no one knew
Party Next Door.
No, this is not.
He just ripped the Toronto sound.
I think
you
he
mean
was inspired
the place where he's from? The fuck are you saying?
He was an actor.
Okay. This is the story of
it was
Take
trendy.
Care. No, this is the story of Take Care. So Take Care, The Weeknd dropped their like a bunch of mixtapes early that year, and they blew up. And then he was trying to sign to. Drake was trying to get him on OVO. I was gonna say OVO.
You did say OVO.
He was trying to sign him to OVO, and then The Weeknd said no. He said no to it. He didn't want to sign, and then he puts him on the album. Crew Love. That song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So The Weeknd's on the album, and then like what The Weeknd did, he basically kind of replicated the sound of The Weeknd on Take Care. So Practice, Shots for Me is a very Weeknd-esque song.
Marvin's Room.
And then he has a lot of rap songs. Like you got like
I would have to listen to these songs again with that in mind to like actually
you'll hear the
give
Weeknd
you a
influence
reaction.
easily. Yeah.
But like my initial reaction to that is, what? The Weeknd? You get The Weeknd from Drake and Take Care?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Really?
Not at the time. See, this is why it's hard to argue against it, because at the time, like, I didn't know who The Weeknd was. The Weeknd, if anything, The Weeknd was introduced to a lot of people through Drake.
Well, and okay, was The Weeknd at that time different than The Weeknd is now?
Easily. He
Okay,
was an
maybe that's why,
underground-
because
more
I'm thinking
R&B.
The
He was
Weeknd
R&B.
now.
He was underground. He never had any chart success at the time. He was mostly famous on the internet. So that's why he was...
Homeless.
He was homeless. He left his family, right? He left his family just to live on his own. And he basically was releasing a bunch of mixtapes for free, and he blew up. He's kind of like had the same rise as Frank Ocean. I think him and Frank Ocean had very similar career arcs with the mixtapes, and then released the albums, and then kind of blew up. But The Weeknd definitely
was big.
You think The Weeknd, the Drake helped The Weeknd get big with putting him on the album?
Sure. I mean,
Absolutely.
everything helps everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the reason? Probably not. The reason is he's talented,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, but like there's a lot of talented people who just don't get the opportunities like that to even, get a shot. So
Yeah.
did Drake give him the opportunity to get him where he is now? Very, very likely.
Yeah.
It's possible.
So the story is that Drake took a song that The Weeknd had produced with Rihanna, and then he just took The Weeknd off and sang the
I won't
exact
say
same thing.
he didn't sing this. He didn't take legit songs. He was inspired by the sound, and a lot of his sound was very similar to what The Weeknd was doing. And The Weeknd, that's what he kind of
And
dissed
this
him
is
on,
the
right?
Toronto sound?
Well,
Or
At the
this is
time,
The
kind of.
Weeknd.
this
sound.
is specifically The Weeknd's unique personal sound.
Yeah, but a lot of people were inspired by it. I think
Okay.
The Weeknd was like the godfather of the sound.
A little bit.
A little
Because
bit.
Party
Okay.
Next Door
But the Drake
has
popular,
the same
the
sound.
Drake, you can make an argument Drake made it like mainstream, and Take Care was one of the biggest albums to come out at the time, like Marvin's Room, all these.
Nav is almost a take on it too.
Nav sucks though. Come on.
I don't understand how you're using this to trash Drake though.
I'm not. I'm just trying to educate you on like how the songs were.
I don't
inspired
but I
by.
don't
I'm not
I don't
that-
see that as stealing his sound. Like I don't see it that way. I mean,
He was
if
inspired
if-
for sure.
yeah, but okay. Skrillex has been inspired to do more UKG type stuff recently because it started blowing up. Did he just steal the sound from other people and used it to become mainstream?
Now, let me ask you this: do you think Kanye stole from Dilla?
It's not. I don't think any of it's stealing.
Okay, so then did Drake steal?
I'm saying he's sure inspired by it.
Okay.
And now
But
the
that's
thing is like
very
the
different.
It's
UKG.
subjective to see
is
if
an
it's
old
done tastefully
genre.
or done tastelessly.
And
You
also, I don't like,
Wait, can I make a distinction
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we
yeah.
go off of this?
what I'm gonna say is still on this, by the way.
UKG first off is like a genre that's been around since the 90s.
Yeah,
And
but it
it's
got
it's
popular recently
again,
because of
but,
like Hamdi.
But he's not. That's not stealing. That's just making something in that genre.
Okay, well
Whereas,
then Drake's not stealing. He's just making something in that genre.
But
Also, my
I'd say that's a
argument.
unique sound that the week is different. Than,
I think Drake, Take Care is very fitting of Drake's style when that came out.
Yeah, exactly. And he was heavily inspired by The Weeknd that came out earlier in the
Yes.
years. What he
Okay,
said.
so then
And The Weeknd,
Drake's,
I think it
Drake's
has been
first
reported.
album.
Don't get me on. It has been reported that he did call out Drake for stealing his sound. If that's may or may not be true, but
his early stuff
Yeah.
for sure. But he said it way years after, so people were confused. Like, Wow, Drake doesn't make anything that sounds like The Weeknd. But Drake
Yeah,
was, like,
see, that's why I was
referring
confused too, because I was like, Take
I
Care
don't know,
sounds
when
nothing
Drake
like
does
The
R
Weeknd.
and B, he does like want to be like The Weeknd sound in a way, like the slow R and B type.
You mean R&B?
Yeah, but
That's
the way,
all
the
R&B
way-
is slow.
But the way Weeknd does it is different. I know. I don't know. The way it's hard is like he does it in a moodier, like darker way, more than most R&B artists. He's different from a guy like D'Angelo or a guy like Frank Ocean, who does like more, I guess jazz soul inspired. He's more
yeah,
like
but
electronic.
my point is that you guys just hate Drake. You guys just want to find every reason to discredit Drake possible, and you guys just need to
'Cause
accept
he's
the
not a
fact that
credible
he's
guy.
good. He's not a credible guy.
Go start a family or something, man.
He has
what's
a
wrong
kid.
with- honestly, his,
Yeah,
his
that's
life
not a-
decisions shouldn't be anyone's business.
Yeah.
If that's what he
And
wants
that
to
has
do,
nothing to do with his music career or how talented he
who
is.
am I to say? Like,
Just fucking-
yeah, who am I to judge his character, man? Like, he does what he wants to do. If Kendrick wants to talk shit about him, well, it is a diss track, so that's why it's funny to hear it. But like, I'm not gonna judge someone for their life decisions because I don't care.
And
Like-
he's not doing, as far as we know, he's not doing anything illegal. He's not actually.
As far as we know.
Yeah, as far as we know, nothing seems to have come more than just Kendrick said this. He's
Yeah.
not going to prison for pedophilia. There's not even any people coming forward making accusations.
Yeah. But all around, I don't think Drake is credible.
Yeah, and I
He's
think
not
you're
a-
wrong.
He's not a high art person. He's a pop art.
He's a pop artist.
star.
You're right. But I think you're over discrediting him by saying you're making it sound like he's not artistic at all. All he does is make radio bops, and you guys don't listen to all his songs. You only listen to his radio bops because you don't listen to Drake. You just hear him out and about. So you're only hearing his most mainstream music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't listen to all the stuff that he releases. You didn't listen to the 3-song EP that came out right after the beef. You didn't even know he released one, did you? Yeah. You don't you don't actually listen to Drake. You just listen to the top 40 radio hits.
I could say this.
that he
You do
releases.
the same with Kendrick.
No, I've listened to the whole album. I listened to the whole Morale. I've listened to every single song Kendrick has released. Every
Mr. Morale is a
single
good album,
one.
man.
I don't like it.
It's a pretentious album. It's probably his most pretentious. I think it's like really like powerful.
I get it. I get it, but
you'll never find an album in any genre like that album. In my opinion, it's kind of like a one of a kind album, and I think that's just speaks for. It's the most Kendrick Lamar album. It's like it's the one.
My God.
It's the one that has the most. If you've listened to Kendrick Lamar for his whole career, like all of his qualities, good or bad, are all in Mr. Morale.
Mostly bad.
No.
Very,
his
very
rap style
little
is
good.
incredible. Dude, listen to him just rap over just a piano on United in Grief. Like him rapping over a bass line on Worldwide Steppers. Like his technical ability, man. Like whether it's catchy, whether it's you can like if you ever got into like experimental hip hop where you listen to like Alchemist and like Earl Sweatshirt or like an Andre, like you just hear him like just rap over some of the weirdest beats and he just flows so crazy over it. I don't know. For underground rap, it works well. That's why it's like nothing totally.
I see what you mean, but I've heard it done so much better than he did it in that album.
Maybe.
I don't think that album was that good. I understand your point, but I've heard it done in the what you're referring to. I've heard it done better. It's high art. This is high art.
Some billionaire would buy it.
I have several offers.
All right. Well, you need to sign it.
2019, you're saying?
Yeah, at the end of 2019. So basically, the 2010s, who are the top 10 most streamed artists in EDM?
After
In the
20
2010s.
And they're all artists you know.
From the 2010s.
And I hate all these artists.
You hate everyone? Okay, wait. So, most streamed EDM artist throughout the 2010s. The whole
Chainsmokers.
of the 2010s.
Chainsmokers is number 4.
Avicii, Calvin Harris,
Avicii's number 3. Calvin Harris is number 2.
David Guetta,
David Guetta is number 6.
Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike.
No, they're not.
What
gonna
the
be on
fuck?
there.
No?
That was a
They're not
shitty
big
guess. That's strike 1.
That was a shitty guess. They were one of the top DJs for a long time.
I'm not.
Martin Garrix.
All right, Martin Garrix is number 9.
Tiesto?
Oh, that's a good guess. See, that's a better guess than your last guess.
Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike were the headliners of Tomorrowland for like 10 years.
You got who?
Were they not?
Yeah, but
Am I
they're not
wrong?
as mainstream. You're missing the big one, number 1.
Yeah.
I was just about to say one.
This guy isn't
Alesso.
even a person. No, not
No?
Alesso. That's strike 2.
Yeah, I guess he was a little bit later. No, 2010s. Huh.
Oh, Swedish House Mafia?
You guys are.
None of them?
Yeah, that's strike 3. You guys.
We're naming the biggest artists from the 2010s.
Wait, I'm
No,
surprised.
you guys knew your shit. You
So
guys-
like
you guys
no
see-
one from Swedish House Mafia is in the top 10.
Who's in the Swedish House?
Axwell.
Axwell.
No.
Sebastian
No.
Ingrosso.
No.
And I just saw him at Coachella.
Well,
Or no, it's Steve Angelo.
either way,
Steve Angelo.
you all wrong. These guys are so
Wait,
popular.
hold on. We still can guess this.
Yeah, I know. These guys are so popular. I'm surprised you guys haven't guessed them. They're
Afrojack?
No, what?
Oh,
you said
Diplo.
guys.
Diplo?
You
Dude,
said
you guys-
guys.
Diplo.
It's a duo.
It's a duo?
no, they're all single guys. They're all
Oh, they're
single.
all
So
singles.
none of the ones I just said? Diplo?
No.
Afrojack? No.
No.
Skrillex? No.
Skrillex is number 10.
Okay. And Diplo's not on there?
Diplo's not on this list.
No.
You're missing number 1.
Not in the 20.
How have you got in number 5, number 7, and number 8? All very
Number
well
1,
names.
5, 7, and 8.
I think they're all people you've guys seen before.
I'm not going to say Steve Aoki.
That's in the honorable mentions.
Okay.
And not Dead Mouse.
Not Dead Mouse.
It's fucking me up. And they're all European?
I'm shocked
No.
it's not any of the people
They're
we've
not all
said.
European.
Did you guys miss this big one? You guys
Marshmallow.
number 1.
Yeah.
I fucking hate him so much. He didn't even enter my brain.
Dude, Miles on It. I've been playing that song.
Oh,
a
it's
lot.
such a good song,
It's
is it?
Miles
Oh, on it. And the engine running.
It's the only way I can listen to country music through EDM.
I love
two wrongs make a right?
EDM.
Absolutely.
Yes. No.
That's how the music
Miles
industry
on
works.
It is a banger. You know what else is a banger? I Like It Like That or Like That by Alesso. That's also a banger, and it's like a house country song. And that is how I think we need more of that, because at least, so I'm getting into country right now, and I like the dancey country. I like going to Buffalo Chip and doing the two-step thing, the box dance or whatever you call it.
And how many times
with
have you
some
gone to
lady.
Buffalo Chip?
One time.
So
And
from
I'm
one
hooked.
time, so
I'm
you're telling me from one time
Country
of
is him.
you
Country
were just
is
like,
him.
Oh my God, country's the best. We got to go this weekend. Well, we got to go. We'll go.
We have to go early so we can watch the bull riding.
Let's pregame
Yes.
here and then go. Or pregame.
Or pregame
here.
at my place.
Yeah.
It's like 10 minutes closer. But yeah, I like the dancey country, and I think if they keep leaning into it with that type of stuff. I like the pop country, like the Morgan Wallen too, but like the dancey stuff is what's getting me into country, and those are doing it, you know? Those are some of the my top favorite country songs.
Okay,
right
you guys
now.
are missing 3 more.
Okay,
One of them is just the
so
normal
the last
name.
ones we got is Skrillex and
Marshmallow. You're missing number 5, number 7.
a normal
number-
name.
Young kid. Younger guy.
Still?
No, he's like a little older than us.
We said Martin Garrix.
Yeah, a little older than Martin Garrix, but he was still on the younger side.
Oh, Porter Robinson?
That's a good guess. No. This guy's bigger than Porter Robinson. Has he been around? I don't know. 2010s. I'm talking about the 2010s.
So
t- what
2010
year?
to
Oh.
2019.
Okay.
This guy came out a little later in the decade. This is why it's surprising that he's this high.
He came out later.
Yeah.
It can't be John Summit. That was post-COVID.
Is that really when John Summit blew up? Was
Yes.
post-COVID?
Yeah.
Kinda
Wow,
was.
that's
His first blow up was the Deep End, and it was a TikTok song.
Of course it is.
I want to say Chris Lake, but I don't think it's Chris Lake.
You're thinking too niche. Think broad.
Fisher?
Broader than that.
Broader. I'm trying to think like main stage.
He's got. Can I tell you the initials?
Yes.
AW.
Alan Walker.
Alan Walker.
God damn.
That guy would have never come to my head.
Really?
He would have
Is
never
he a
came in.
has-been?
Yes.
Wow.
Very much a has-been.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he might still do shows, but I haven't heard any new music from him.
Yeah.
The other two guys, I'll give you the letters of the beginning. Z.
Okay. Zed? No, not Zed.
No, not Zed.
Zed.
Zed. Number 7. And then
I don't know how we didn't get that.
Yeah, how did he not get Zed? And then number
love
8.
Zed.
Wait.
What?
What number?
Number 8. This guy has several billion. Can I tell you the song that they show?
No.
Okay.
Is he American or European?
It's a good question.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Let me see. Oh, he's Euro.
He's Euro.
Yeah, he played at the Bird's Nest one year.
Oh, Kygo.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. Kygo.
that rounds
I
out
can
the
see it.
that rounds
Alesso
out.
and Kygo, like, they definitely make a lot of sense.
They're
now that you
brothers.
say it.
Yeah,
It took me a second.
rounds out the top 10. What are you guys' thoughts on the top 10 most streamed most streamed EDM artists? The fact that Marshmello tops them all. Is he the GOAT?
Well,
Is he the Drake?
I would say
of
Marshmello.
EDM?
No, I wouldn't. Here's what I would say.
Yes.
Marshmello makes a lot of not EDM. More
Pop
than
star.
any of those other
These guys
guys.
are all pop stars, in my opinion. They're all pop
But no,
guys.
they still make EDM. Marshmello does. Like, Marshmello mostly makes EDM. He's definitely an EDM producer, but he also definitely produces just pop. Like, it wouldn't
So
fall
does
under
Zed.
the EDM. No, Zed's still EDM.
Zed makes pop.
But all of his biggest songs are EDM songs.
Clarity.
Japan,
Clarity is
Japan.
definitely an EDM
It's
song.
a pop song.
Japan, no,
It's a pop song.
it's a pop EDM song. It's listen to the drop. It's an EDM song. It's a house EDM, like big room house.
It's what the Euros would call the genre of E EDM.
Yeah. But Marshmello makes like trap beat pop, like just not EDM.
But it got some miles on
That's
it.
EDM still kind. That's
He's still around after all these years, man. Do you think he'll never go away because he's just so tied?
Marshmello?
He's so tied to the labels. He's so controlled by the labels that
Marshmello.
he's just always
He's
gonna
the
make
company
money.
man.
No,
He's the company
Marshmello
man.
didn't come about until the end of the 2010s. Like, first time I saw him was 2017.
The fact that he's
he
on
only
this
had
list
Joytime 1
is
out
crazy.
at that point.
Yeah.
That was
2018.
like, it was just after
Silence
he
was a big
released,
song
yeah,
with Khalid.
just after Silence and Wolves with Selena Gomez. That was his like really big come up.
You're with me. Like, Marshmallow's good, man. Marshmallow's good. He's like
Here
one of
with
the-
Me was
he-
after.
He
but-
will help. He helps a lot of non-EDM listeners get into EDM. He's like the training wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely one of those guys.
I'd say
But then
that.
you go see him live, and he throws
I think
down
the Black Eyed
hard
Peas is training
dubstep
wheels for hip-hop.
and trap and stuff. So I like that. I like that. I do. I mean, I don't know how likely I would be to go to a set. It would heavily depend on who else is playing. There's a lot of other people I would see, but I would still go see a Marshmello set to see what he does. The first time I saw him, It was the first rave I ever went to, or music festival, but I loved it because he threw down hard right out the gate. The second time I saw him, when was the second time I saw him? Decadence, a couple years ago. Also really good. I remember being like, oh damn, he's still throwing down like hard shit. That's sick. But I wasn't blown away like I was the first time. There's a lot of I became a DJ. I went to way more music festivals, saw way more people. So, my standard changed, but I was still like happy with it. I still was like, oh cool, he's throwing down like hard shit. So that I appreciate because yeah, you're right, he's like an intro to EDM guy, but then you go see his set and then he throws you into it, but in a way that's still like, it's still kind of intro to EDM, but he definitely does play underground songs in his sets. And he also definitely does make, maybe not underground, but like underground style songs. Like he makes a lot of dubstep and trap, and he's got like a trap / UKG song out with Hamdi. Like look at his recent stuff, especially like the last 2 years. Yeah, you got all that pop stuff in there, but he also throws in more other stuff. So I respect him as a producer and DJ. I do think he's earned where he's gotten. He makes really good music. Not usually what I listen to, but I do think he deserves to be in that top 10.
Yes.
Okay. I want to do another top 10 with you guys. Do you like these top 10s, like guessing?
Yeah.
You guys have fun with these?
Yeah.
I'm going to do another one, top 10 all-time highest grossing tours. I'm just going to let you name the artist. I will tell you this. They are all artists you guys do not listen to, but they're super big.
And what is the category?
The highest grossing music tours genre, like
Of all time.
of all time. And I will tell you this is all within the last 20 years. The artists, however, were not relevant within the last 20 years. They were more relevant back in their...
Really?
They like
Okay.
they were older when they did these tours.
So it's
but
not like Beyonce and Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is the number one highest grossing tour.
Taylor Swift was going to be the
was
first
the
thing
Eras.
I said.
Yeah.
with
Eras,
making
obviously.
$2.08 billion
Obviously.
billion
Yeah.
dollars based off tours.
Yeah.
I think what?
Drake's not on there?
No hip hop.
No hip hop.
No.
Is Taylor Swift the only recent artist on there?
No. There's some others.
Okay, but the bulk of them are not.
This is gonna be hard because you got to really think outside the box. Who are
okay.
the broadest gonna bring in the most people?
The Eagles.
Oh,
That's a good guess. I love that guess. No.
Coldplay.
Number 2.
Coldplay, that's a good one.
That was good. 1.27 billion.
Yep.
And this is from 2022 to 2025.
Even Harry was like, "Do you want to go to the Coldplay show?"
I was like, all right, everyone on planet Earth is like going to this.
Is he coming to
show.
Arizona? Are they coming to Arizona?
They did already. Like,
Oh, I didn't know
that tour
that.
was like a few years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did the Cardinal Stadium.
Wow.
It was a stadium. So I'm just trying to think of all the artists that have done stadium tours.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a few country artists in there.
No country.
No.
No country.
There's 3 old timer artists. One of your most hated artists of all time is on this list.
Oh, Guns N' Roses.
Number 10.
Guns N' Roses?
I don't like them.
He
Why?
hates- I like Guns N' Roses.
Why do you hate Guns N' Roses?
Makes no sense. Welcome to the jungle.
I just hate his voice, kind of.
We got fun and games.
Do you not like that whole era of rock?
Kind of.
We call it hair metal because of the crazy
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
And like the crazy.
I
Yeah.
hate
He
hair
thinks
metal.
that's like a mockery of rock music.
Why?
It's just, I don't know. It's like the antithesis of Steely Dan.
Antithesis of Steely Dan.
Steely Dan's more like raw, professional. Like they're just a bunch of dudes who are
So
just
Steely
playing
Dan
instruments.
is what you view as like
Smooth.
peak rock.
It's like some great rock.
Do you like punk rock?
I do like punk rock. See, it's edgy and it's actually edgy. where these guys were commercial super.
They were
stars.
sellouts, but
They were
acting like they were like tough.
Yeah.
But they were like going through all the sellout things that you don't do as a
they
rock
were
artist.
But punk rock was super.
It wasn't
mainstream sellout. No.
Oh,
Not-
the
not-
Green Day were
American
yes,
Idiot?
Green,
Okay,
Day?
that's
Like-
that is
punk.
pop punk keyword punk.
I'm
Punk.
talking about Black
But
Flag.
pop punk
I'm-
is
I-
still
I
do
punk
think-
rock.
I do
That's
think
still
that,
punk
that
rock.
That's
the
the
Blink
punk rock I'm
182, the Guns and I mean
Yeah,
not Guns N'
Blink
Roses,
182,
they were kind of
Green
like that
Day.
hair metal of punk. where
That's
they were
what-
like very
that's-
poppy.
that's
very
what I
full
think of
masses.
when I
They
think
they're
punk.
A rebellion music, but really they're just as much sellouts as all the other pop stars. But they're marketed as like the rebellion music, like Blink 182, Green Day.
I see that punk rock as equally like
the Clash is like authentic.
mainstream
The
radio
Clash,
sellout as those
so
hair bands.
many eras of punk. Like punk's old as fuck, dude. Like it's from like the
Like Sex Pistols are classic.
yeah.
Like
They're
punk.
from like the 60s. Though.
The 70s,
Okay.
early 70s.
Well, there's
So-
some
Like
60s
80s,
punk.
90s.
The
I don't
80s
know.
rock?
I don't know anything about.
There's the Misfits. I think we're in the
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Misfits.
So like there's some like
punk. There's like an era I'm missing. But
Yes.
like I think when it hit mainstream relevance,
that's why
was
when
with
Green Day and Blink
and
182 came
182.
out, that's when like all the pop people like rebelled against it and called it pop punk. Like
Yeah.
they were like,
Because it was fun. Listen, it was fun music
it's
to
the-
listen to.
it-
Like,
I
Blink
like
182
it. I know I like
it's
Green Day
fun
and Blink
music.
182.
And
Yeah.
Green Day and Blink 182, in my
good,
opinion,
fun shit.
is peak punk rock.
And that's not even like it's like for pop music though. It's from
That's
a pop
your
perspective.
take?
But that it's from a pop like
Yeah.
punk is like about the attitude. If anything, it's about the rebellious, go against the be all political. I know Green Day got political, but like actually like aggressively political.
Well, the origins of punk was more anarchical than political.
Well, that's
It's kind of the same
political.
concept.
No,
like,
that's the
just being anti-establishment.
You can't call anarcho political because it's the whole total rejection of
It's
any
still
sort of.
it's still a political thing.
Yes, it's a stance.
It's a stance on government. That's
Archy,
politics.
Archy, yes. It still involves, but like, yeah, their whole point is that we hate politics.
I wish I had a
Anarch-
good metaphor for this.
Because hip-hop is like that too.
I
Hip-hop
get
is
what
like-
you're saying.
Because
No.
because the
It's the
Rage
re-
Against the Machine, they're anti-politics, but they're always labeled as political music, but they're always like anarchist music.
Yeah,
It's all under. Political.
I would say anything that has anything to do with anything political
anti
or government,
like going against the grain.
that's
going
all
against the big man,
political.
going against the system.
I see why you would
Yeah.
say that it's anti-political, but just in touching the subject of politics in any way,
Anti-political is like
is
making a love
politic-
song or making a dance song.
Yeah.
That's the opposite. That's being non-political.
Drake is anti-political.
No, that's non-political. Anti-political is
Hating the government.
anarchy.
Yeah, but it's still.
Is that anti-political?
Because I think you're just distinguishing anti versus non. Because a pop love song is just
Because
non-political.
talking about politics is
Anti-political.
always going to be a political topic, whether you're against or with it. The way you avoid talking about politics is you talk about other things, going to the clubs, sex, love, all that shit. So that's why it's like that. I guess there is a difference. but
Okay, this
punk
says-
is like the anti-establishment.
That's
Yeah.
what it started as. Yeah.
Which is
That's
political.
still the core of what the music is. I just think the labels got their hands a little too much into it, and it's hypocritical. Like being anti-establishment, meaning you go indie. You can't go with the labels. That's like selling your soul. If you go with the labels, that's you're not. That's a non-punk thing. That's like a non-punk thing to do.
I see what you're saying with the anti-political thing. So this is the definition of anti-politics. Is a term used to describe opposition to or distrust in traditional politics. It is closely connected with anti-establishment sentiment and public disengagement from formal politics.
By the way, we got lost track. You guys missed out on a couple. You could get.
Oh,
this.
we didn't even did we? We totally went on a tangent.
Yeah, you guys could finish this.
So what did we get so far?
We got Taylor
Taylor
Swift,
Swift, Coldplay, and Guns N' Roses. One of them, this guy got 2 slots, and he was one of the biggest artists of our lifetime. But he's pretty ugly.
Oh, that's a big hint.
The
artist.
Weeknd.
No.
Wait, you
Bruno
think-
Mars.
No.
These guys aren't like really ugly. He's an ugly looking
Wait,
person.
wait.
Motherfucker.
This is not.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh,
This guy
good
has
one.
one-
That's also recent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy had the Division Tour. I don't know what you call it. That
That's
grossed
for sure the last
776
20
million, and then he also had the Mathematics Tour that grossed 649 billion.
I think it's Divide, by the way. The
What did I say? Division.
division sign.
I think his stupid ass album.
Well,
things
it's
is
add,
dumb.
subtract,
Equal.
multiply,
Multiply.
I don't know.
divide.
Yeah, you ever seen Ed Sheeran's like music albums? They're all like different signs.
I haven't noticed that,
Yeah.
but now that you say it,
No, that's like his. And he's gonna do like play, rewind. Like he has like a whole like idea of what his albums were gonna be.
that's cool. Okay, my next guess is Michael Jackson.
No,
No?
that's a
You
shocker.
said in the last 20 years.
Not
Michael-
in the last 20 years.
Yeah, no, it isn't. No, these
All
are
these
all of
tours.
these are within the last 20 years.
Oh, I thought you said they weren't within the last 20 years.
They were.
Oh, so they are recent artists.
Not
Yes.
necessarily. Guns
Not
N'
necessarily.
Roses.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Okay, so like Metallica.
Yeah,
No,
I'm thinking
that's a good guess. I
ACDC.
love that guess. That's not it. That's,
ACDC.
No.
No.
Led Zeppelin.
no. Think American.
It's not going to be Red Hot Chili Peppers.
American 80s.
Dead.
80s American rock star.
What's
80s American rock. Who's an 80s American rock star?
What's the like
Who has,
jam
like, a really
band
deep
that
voice?
has this cult following?
Bruce Springsteen.
Number 7.
Dead.
This dude,
Dead.
I'll give you a hint. Lion
You know
King.
what I'm talking about? Their jam band, Dead something.
Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead.
No, that's a good guess because they're known for their culture and
Yeah.
they're like crazy, like psychedelic. What was the story you told me? Like they,
About the soundboard?
no, I don't know if it was you or whatever, but their story is that they were
Eric.
like
That was Eric.
it was Eric. There was like
Yeah.
some fronts for like FBI at these Grateful Dead concerts.
Oh no! He was saying that they tracked the sale of acid on their tour, the sale of acid, and it follows their tour. Like it peaks where their tour is going. The sell of acid.
I have an interesting
Or acid
little
sales.
anecdote about Grateful Dead. Is some like school music school got their hands on like the original, like one of the original mixers, like the Grateful Dead had, like a big sound mixer, like with tons of fucking knobs all over it, and he was taking it apart to clean it because he noticed like some corrosion and stuff to put it on display, and after working on it for like 30 minutes, he knew what was going on. He knew he was starting to hallucinate because there was a theory that they used to drip acid on the knobs. And like as they would like play with the music over time, they would just start tripping and feel the music or whatever. So
Sick.
that myth got confirmed by this just technician at the school working on the equipment. He started tripping on acid from just like
Playing with it.
like taking it apart,
Touching.
like touching it.
Yeah. Wow.
Like they're a real deal, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Let's finish up this list. You got a couple more.
All rock?
I'm just gonna use one word affiliations. Lion King. That's not one word, but Lion King. That's the one hit I'm giving you. No. Piano.
Elton John.
Number 3.
I was gonna say Elton John for Lion King, but I don't know why.
Why is the Lion King a hint for Elton John?
He wrote a lot of the songs on Lion King.
In the remake or the original?
The original.
OG.
Oh,
he wrote
did?
Circle of Life.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
wrote.
did not know that.
Well, Oliver and Company. That was all written by Billy Joel. He wrote the music for that.
Yeah, I do know that.
What was it? Michael Bolton, who wrote for Hercules.
Okay.
What was another big one? God, I'm missing. Anyway, yeah, that's why. Yeah, he wrote all the songs you know. Well, him and another artist, but he was like a big, yeah. And then one, I'll give you a hint. Shades, like sunglasses.
Shades.
Oh, Stevie Wonder.
No,
No?
Oh, what?
Ireland.
Oh, you too.
Oh, I was gonna say them earlier, but then we started talking about other stuff.
Yeah, number 8, boy band.
NSYNC.
One Direction.
No. Well, you're One Direction. Yeah, you're close.
Oh.
What's his name?
Oh,
Backstreet Boys?
Justin Timberlake.
No. What's the guy from One Direction? Do you guys know his name?
Oh, Harry
Styles.
Stillums.
Harry Styles.
Harry Stylist.
Number 8, and then number 9 is a color.
Pink.
Oh, nice. I was gonna say sexy red.
Yeah, so that rounds out the top 10.
Okay,
What-
you threw me way off. The way you were saying it before, my understanding was, and I thought I confirmed this with you, they were all older artists who not from the last 20 years.
I'm sorry, I said they.
So I was trying to think of, like, old artists.
What I was saying was that they were within the last 20 years, but not every artist was famous around like was relevant in the last 20 years. You know what I mean? Because like you got
Who
artists
wasn't
like
or
U2 is
besides-
not relevant, but they're on the list. Guns N' Roses.
I would say U2 has absolutely been very relevant in the last 20 years.
What the. Other than the
album
terrible
getting
ass
put on-
album putting it
on
on every single iTunes, other than that, they've been has-beens.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Like
but
a
in
lot
the
of
last 20
like
years,
Bruce
is that all they
Springsteen-
did? In the last 20 years?
I mean, they've released
That one album, that was it?
I don't know. Do you know anything? I don't listen to YouTube.
I don't
like
listen
that.
to U2 at all.
So, and I like to
Besides
think I like
Guns N'
to, I like to
Roses-
think I keep updated on what's popular in music,
Yeah.
generally. And if U2 is not on the list, clearly they're not relevant. But you know,
Well, that would be popular amongst our parents, like
Yeah.
not amongst our age.
Yeah.
and I don't know every song, obviously. So maybe I'm just living under a rock. But
Well, I have a top 10 list that I think you guys are going to nail. And it's staying on topic with tours. It's going to be the top 10 grossing hip hop tours of all time.
Drake,
yeah,
Number 1, yes.
Kendrick
Horse.
Lamar's number 2.
Number 4.
gang.
Kanye West.
Number 6. Yeah, number 6.
Should I think very mainstream?
Yeah, I'd say keep going till I give you
I think
hints.
your boy.
I think you guys are nailing it.
Let's keep going back and forth. I think you're next.
So we got Drake, we got Kendrick. Do we got anybody else?
Let's go. Let's make it a game. Whoever gets 3 strikes
Yeah, you
first
said
loses.
Kanye West.
Are they all? And that was a no, or that was a yes.
Yeah, he was number 6.
Are they mostly newer?
I'm not giving hints. You guys are nailing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're in
Once
the
you
bag.
once you start struggling, maybe I'll give some.
I would Post Malone count?
Boom, number 2
Gang.
or
Post
number
Malone
3.
doesn't
Number 3.
count.
Number 3.
That fool does not count as a rapper.
Number
Yeah, he
3.
does.
Shut up.
Yeah, he does.
That fucking cultural appropriation, white boy looking ass with all the tattoos and grills and the dreads. Get the fuck out of here. You're a pop star. You're an industry plant. You make some good songs, but nah, man.
He rapped.
Having that guy in hip hop is kind of disrespectful.
Well, he's not in hip hop anymore.
Good. He doesn't belong in hip hop.
No, I think he was better as
In
a
hip-hop?
hip-hop. Yeah.
Whenever Circles came out, that was the best. That's the best song of his career. And
Yeah.
that song.
I
was
don't.
just
Yeah, that's a good
amazing.
one.
You
I don't,
believe you're up.
Eminem.
He's on the list. Number 7. So you have 1 through 7 except for 5.
I want to say. I feel like this is wrong, but I want to say Jay-Z.
Number 2.
No
Oh.
way. Jay-Z's actually making.
Had
Did
the
I get-
second.
People
did I
listen to
get
Jay-Z
1,
like
2,
Had the
that?
second
3?
biggest tour.
I got 1, 2, 3.
No, we have 3 each. No, 2.
No, I got Drake.
got-
I got Post Malone, and I got who did I just say?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Those 1, 2, and 3.
I got
Yep.
Kendrick, Eminem,
You got 4,
and Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
6, and what was Eminem?
7.
So we got 5.
You still
And
need 5,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10.
10.
Okay.
Wait, should you go next since you're, or I'll go next?
You'll go next. I said Jay-Z. Do we have? Oh, I guess
I
we
gotta
have
think.
hints.
I want to say Travis Scott, but I don't know if his tours are.
I
up
think
because,
that's a good one.
Okay, Travis Scott.
No,
Number 5.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott's shows are massive.
I've been to one.
I
of them.
saw.
That's one of the tours
I've
I
been
know.
to 2. Well, at least 1. I saw a clip of him doing a show in Italy. The crowd goes for miles.
Not really, but yes.
Miles.
Looks like
Miles
miles.
on
It's
it.
miles.
Miles of people is a lot, dude.
Dude,
That's like
and
hundreds.
It's millions.
Astro World was so crazy. People were just barging through
People
security,
died.
and so many people
People
died.
died.
People got hurt because they were. Everybody
the
was
names
just
called the
bum
police.
rushing security
People
to go see this show. And low key, I would have too.
Yeah, same.
Like-
Anyways, I'm rambunctious.
Okay, you're next, I guess. Travis.
Okay.
This is hard because
8, 9, and 10. These probably are the hardest, and it's making sense.
Oh, I know what he did.
I want to say, I've got two in my head. Oh man, this feels wrong.
I'm gonna write
This
down some
feels
artists.
wrong.
I'm gonna write down some artists.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, should
I'm-
we
I'm
go
gonna-
into like a elimination round?
No, I'm going to write down some artists. I'm gonna do like process of elimination because I have some that are guarantees. So her. Cole,
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know if Mac would be that high. Mac, there's no way Mac Miller's shows were selling out arenas.
No, but all right, here's my guess.
You're next.
This is out there. I feel wrong for saying this, but also part of me feels like he's on the list. Macklemore?
I love that guess. That's a good guess.
A lot of radio success. He's not on the.
But he didn't have the long-term relevance. I'm gonna go with 50 Cent.
Boom!
Yeah, that's a
Number
good one.
8.
I think you gave a hint with the cents thing.
Number
I
8.
read that.
That was not a hint, but I'm glad you read into it.
That's a good one.
And then I have a couple more that I think are contenders. Do you want to guess this one?
Lil Wayne?
Number 10.
Yeah.
And then my last pick, since he got one wrong, I have two guesses here. Nicki Minaj.
Number 11.
Number 11.
So, no.
Okay, so no, that's out.
Very
And then my
close, though.
last one, I'm going to go J. Cole.
He was on my list.
13.
Mm.
Or 12.
So, which
12.
one have we
This
missed?
is Missy Elliott?
No.
Wait. Which number do we have left?
You might be surprised.
Which number? 8, 9?
Is it
Number
like
9.
a 21 Savage?
No, it is. I'll give you the hint.
Is it an Atlanta
I'll give you a
rapper?
hint.
Hold
I'll
on.
give
Wait.
you a hint.
Future?
Let me give you the hint.
Wait.
It
No,
is
no
a-
hint. Give me a couple more guesses.
You're not gonna get it.
I'm not gonna get it.
unless you get. I give you this hint.
Hold on.
Yeah, let him try. Is he old? No.
You said no hints. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
There's no way it's like a Nas or like a Tupac or a Biggie.
Yeah, I don't think it can be any of those guys.
Can I give the hint?
No.
No. Dembski, I'll be so impressed if
He's
you get
just
this.
gonna Google the answer.
No, I'm just going to Spotify. And
Spotifying the answer.
Top 10 most toured playlist.
okay. Tyler the Creator.
No, he's like 15 or something.
Okay.
He makes money from his tours, which is crazy because he's not the most chart heavy person.
2 Chainz.
No,
Lil Uzi Vert.
no.
Wow.
Not 21. Not
ASAP Rocky.
This artist isn't gonna be in whatever playlist you're in.
What?
Really?
Is it like Run DMC?
No,
Tribe Called Quest.
That'd be a great
it
guess.
is. Can I give a hint now?
You can give a hint now.
It is a group.
Wu-Tang. Not Wu-Tang?
ASAP. Young Money. Oh,
Those are like
man.
collectives. A$AP
Diplomats?
and Young
A
Money.
group.
The Locks?
They're an actual.
Is it an older group?
Black Eyed Peas?
Black Eyed Peas? Is that hip hop?
Number 9. Yeah.
Dude, I've been playing Gone Goin' every day. That's my... Dude, Gone Goin' is such a good song.
Are
I
they
agree.
hip? They're more like EDM pop, no? I got that boom boom.
No,
Okay,
no,
but they're
older
early
song,
stuff,
older song.
dude. With
They
the
had
trio.
they started out as rappers.
But were they
Let's play
Were
some
they-
songs.
were they the biggest then? Or did
I mean,
do
they had hits.
Did they start out with hip hop?
Yes.
And then they went like mainstream
Yes.
pop, and that mainstream
this
pop
is just-
relevance is what put them on the hip hop list because they started out as hip hop.
This
But
is,
they
That's
weren't-
actually
this
true.
Is, this is total gross.
That's probably true.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
not
I
like
think.
the pop music.
They got categorized as hip hop because early on that's
Yes.
what they
Yeah,
were.
in
but-
2001, they made 17K at Toad's Palace in New Haven, Connecticut.
17K. And then look how much they made with the
4.8 million at the O2 Arena in London, May 5th, 2010.
And
when they were
that
making
was the biggest
pop.
album of their career.
when they were making pop. That's a big jump. So I think what I'm saying stands, that they got thrown in because they started out as hip hop, but their peak was not hip hop. What those numbers are coming from when they were pop.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
I'd say they're a hip hop group originally.
So we got
Originally,
that list.
but
That was a good list.
But does everybody know them for being a hip hop group or being a pop EDM group?
Pop EDM group.
Mostly
Yes,
pop
yeah.
EDM.
But like people who listen to him do appreciate their old stuff, and then like that transition.
Who still
from,
listens to the Black Eyed Peas?
I do. He
You
just
do?
said he listened to Gone Going every single day.
So because
It's a great
like,
song.
I mean, I try to listen to. I listen to LMFAO recently. Like, I'm just like listening to like nostalgic,
Yeah.
old throwback music that like. I think a lot of music from our youth definitely deserves a reevaluation. Like I said, I'm turning into album listening now.
I think our youth, the 2000s and the 2010s, at least for like party club music, the best time ever for party club music.
Yeah, because rock died, and every era before, rock was always the prominent genre.
I would almost argue the best era for music, but that's very subjective.
Yeah, I'm a rock. I like
It's very subjective.
Right now is the best era. of
No,
music.
2000s, 2010s.
because it was heavy into like using electronic type music, and that's the music you gravitate to.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm an instruments guy, so like I'm like rock before. So 2000s and 2010s from a rock perspective is the worst era for
Yeah.
music. But like 90s and before, rock is I think you could pick out any of the best artists. Maybe 80s is kind of lacking, but 70s, 90s,
I would say the
60s,
early 2000s was the last of like
good rock.
good rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Strokes, the Killers.
That was
all
definitely
stuff.
like the transition from rock to
commercial music.
hip
All the
hop
bands
pop.
are making commercial music. They make music for commercials nowadays. That's how they make their money. Like Coldplay, Imagine Dragons.
clap.
What's that? Fits in a Taint Train? I forgot.
I don't even.
what song
care.
is that?
You never heard that
Oh
song?
come on!
I
You've
can
heard
make
it
it
No, I
Fucking
know
everywhere.
what song it is, but what song is it?
It's called Hands.
It's called Hands Clap or something stupid.
So we did. Also, I want to redo the one of my drafts that we did previously, drafting our most overplayed, most sick of it. I can't hear this song again. It's played all the time. Fuck this song. type
Right
song.
now or overall?
No, I want to. Yeah, in a bit. I mean, I want. You guys want to do that now? Because I want to kind of talk. I want to get into this conversation real quick. So I'm getting into like album listening now. And were you guys ever into album listening? Do you think that's a
Yeah.
thing that people do nowadays?
Less so. For
Less so.
sure.
I agree with it because I realized like looking back at
Much
it,
less.
before I got into this like deep like album listening, I don't think I really listened to if I listen to an album, I listen to it once.
Yeah.
And I just pick out the best songs.
Usually, yeah.
And I think I did that for a solid ever since I discovered streaming, and streaming has been like a part of my life. I think I really haven't really listened to like a lot of albums.
Yeah, but that's just natural, no? Like that's how.
Is that how it is now? Is that how most people listen to music nowadays?
I mean, if they could have done that back in the day when all you could buy was the album, that's how they would have done it.
They would
They
make
would have listened
mixtapes.
to the whole
They would
album.
make
They would
playlists.
have, yeah. They would pick out their favorite songs and then they would only listen to those.
Yeah.
Maybe every now and then they throw some of the stuff that they're like, kind of like it, But they would pick out their favorite songs from an album, and that's what they would listen to on repeat.
But I will say this: there is a different art or a different approach when it comes to approaching an album as a whole. And of course, every album is going to have skips. I can't think of an album that there's definitely albums that don't have skips, but like it's few and far between. Even like I don't know, there's probably one or two duds in every
Well,
album.
Mr. Morales, right?
Nah.
That's a top to bottom.
Like I'll tell you the skips on every Kendrick album. Okay. Section
You don't
80
need to do that. We all know.
Yeah, You is such a skip. That's all I wanted to say. You from To Pimp a Butterfly, such a skip. I hate that song.
I'd have to listen to it again.
You know, You is the one where he's like screaming and like drunk and like, he's like talking, crying.
I probably haven't listened to it since the last time I listened to that album.
Yeah, fucking crazy. But that song sucks.
I have some songs that I think are awful. I always hate when I hear them come on.
Do you want to do the play? Want to do this draft? Do you have any of in your head already?
Oh, we're drafting it? Or
Let's
I thought we were just going to
Drafting or
name
just
some.
throwing
No,
some out there?
I want to draft it.
Okay,
Okay.
that's interesting. Okay.
Draft your most overplayed songs.
Overplayed?
Well, overplayed, obnoxious, like, you know.
But that's
Oh.
today or overall, because like that's hard, because a lot of the things that I'm thinking
Annoying
of,
songs.
like,
Let's just do most annoying songs right now.
yeah.
Right
Draft,
now?
most annoying songs draft. So I'm gonna take the first pick. I'm gonna go me, and then we'll go Dembski, and then Jack. You'll get the last pick. Are you cool with that?
Okay.
All right. So my first overall pick is gonna be "Girls Like You" by Maroon 5. I personally think that's one of the worst songs ever made.
I didn't think of Maroon 5. You just added a bunch of songs to my list.
There's so many bad Maroon 5, but that's like the peak of sellout, terrible Maroon 5 songs. Like, that's the worst. So yeah, that's my number one pick. Dembski, you go next.
Okay. My top one is Fat Bottom Girls.
By Queen?
Yep. Don't like it. Don't like it.
I don't like that take.
I hate that take.
I don't like that song. I used to like vibe a bit, but like now, and there's reasons that are unique to me. The main one is that certain DJ that I think sucks ass plays a remix of that every single time I hear him, and it is not a song you play in Old Town every time you play.
Yeah.
I would go off. I guess I'm one of the lamos who likes that song. That if I heard that at a club, I'd be like, "Yo, they're playing Queen."
Every now and then though, but when you hear it every time you're out, that's not.
It's unk music. It's old people music.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something you, like if you played like something.
I think
like,
the only reason why it's still relevant is because like people will be like, yeah, I do like a fat ass. Yeah, yo, this song's a banger because I like fat ass. Yeah, shake it for me.
That's a good. You know what? I
Girl,
like that it's
shake
unique
it.
because I don't agree with it, but yeah, I like that. That's good.
I don't like it. People need to stop playing it so much. It's not that good.
I played it. Okay. Anyway,
I used to think it was good. I used to like, yeah, fat bottom girls, you make the rock and world go round. But no, I'm done with that song. I'm annoyed with it.
I like it. I love it. All right, Jack, go ahead. You get 2 picks, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, we only get 2 picks?
No, he gets 2 back-to-back picks.
Oh.
My first overall is going to be... I'm going to read out the full title. Is even annoying to have to say because there's an extra word in there that's kind of annoying. We are never, ever getting back together.
He chose
a
that
good one.
Taylor Swift song?
That's a good one.
You guys are haters, man. You guys are haters.
It's just the chorus is just so annoying to me.
It's so immature. It's like childish.
We are never, ever. See, like,
What
what was the song?
any chorus that's
Is that your
easily
least favorite
mocked,
Taylor Swift song? Is that the one you like hate the most?
Probably.
I'd have to go. Here's my problem. I would actually have to listen
I remember
to
that song.
most of her songs to accurately give you which one's my least favorite.
favorite.
What I did is I kind of just went on her top 10, picked one song, listened to it.
It's like, yeah,
Well,
that's
actually,
annoying.
I did it. I chose my second song.
Is there
that
any
I listened
Taylor
to.
Swift songs you guys like?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good Taylor Swift songs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think her older stuff's better.
Okay, but she's like one of the most annoying people in pop music that we grew up with. I'd say
One of them, yeah.
she's up there.
See, growing up, I didn't dislike Taylor Swift. I actually thought her music was good. It's more recently that I've all right.
Did Travis
I'm done
Kelce
with
have
Taylor
anything to do
Swift.
with that?
No, it was before that. It was probably when I got older and realized, like, no, because maybe it was because I got older. Because, like, I would listen to it on the radio with my mom, and, like, we'd sing that shit or whatever, you know?
Yep.
But, like, her newer stuff doesn't do it for me. My style changed. Because when I was younger, it was, like, all the top 40 stuff I was into.
Same.
But, you know, I got older, my taste changed. I started to delve deeper into music and not just like the top songs, top 40 classics, you know. So, but yeah, I heard newer stuff once I realized like it's pretty much just chicks, like it's just chick music. Like
Yeah,
and
it's
got
like watered
poppier,
down.
because it used to be like kind of country.
Oh, the country, but honestly, I liked her more when she went to pop because I
think,
with
but
the pop music.
But when early pop, when it was still kind of a crossover,
Like You Belong With Me, Love Story,
that
those songs.
era,
that's like
is what I'm talking about.
That's like her peak, where she
Yes.
actually had the country flair, but she was still appealing to like a massive. That,
Yes.
that was the same album that Kanye said, you know, Beyonce had the best album of all time. He said it because of that album.
What album was Beyonce?
She
at
had
that
like
time?
the Single Ladies track, which
Also, what else is on that album?
had Halo. That's honestly her biggest hit album. Like because she had like Sweet Dreams was a big one, Diva was a big track. Yeah, I remember that album pretty damn well. That that was a big pop
That is
album.
a good album.
But yeah, what's your second pick, Jack?
My second pick is going to be "Shape of You" by Ed Sheeran.
That's a good one.
Both of mine have charted number 1 on the Billboard
not only
Hot
that,
100.
but I'm pretty sure that's like the top 3 most streamed song on Spotify.
Yeah,
all
I just
time.
don't like it.
Oh no, you're not alone. That song's terrible.
I like a lot of Ed Sheeran shit. It's just like that song is just a little
Which
yappy
one did you
me.
say again?
"Shape of You" by Ed Sheeran.
And his other one was what was your other one?
I'm going to read the full title again. We are never, ever getting back together.
All right, Dansky, go to you.
Okay, I'm gonna say. I don't know if this is the song title, so I'm just gonna do the part that we all know. It's a good. What? How's it go? Oh, you don't know you're beautiful.
What
That
makes
one.
you What
Bop,
makes you
bro.
beautiful?
What song? Who is that? Is that
hate
One
One
Direction?
Direction.
You hating on 1D right now?
Yeah.
So say the title. What makes you beautiful by?
Oh, I wrote down "You don't know you're beautiful."
I guess that's what the song's
That's
called.
what makes you beautiful.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's a
That's
good.
what
Yeah,
makes
that's
you beautiful.
that
That's
is
a
the
good
name
mix.
of
So
the
I
song.
get two
But that's what I
picks.
said.
I'm gonna get this song ready, queued up because I doubt you guys have know what I'm talking about. The song is called "Wherever You Will Go." Let me
By who?
By The Calling.
I don't know.
Wait.
Oh, I know this song. Really? Really? It's a good song.
This is like, this is great cringe rock.
It's a what? Would
It's
you
good
say?
cringe rock. It's like that early 2000s
That's a mall
Nickelback.
music. That's a Benson Boone
Creed.
music right there, bro. That's the type of shit Benson
Benson
Boone
Boone?
tries to make.
I don't listen to Benson Boone, but they're very popular right now.
It's
yes.
one guy. And
one
while
guy.
we're going with Benson Boone, I'm gonna choose that mystical.
Why do you get 2 back to back?
Because I was first.
It's a snake.
Oh, you're
You got
first.
first. Okay. So that's my second. Is "Wherever You Will Go" by The Calling. My third is.
It's a good song though.
I'm cheating. I'm gonna use 2 songs. I'm gonna use.
Boo! You can't
I'm
cheat.
not- I'm
You
gonna-
already.
No, I'm gonna
You're
use
already
it.
getting 2 songs.
Blue Dabba Dee by Eiffel 65 and the David Guetta version. Both those songs are fucking
I'm
horrible.
good.
Yes.
Those are
that's
2
fair.
different songs.
Yeah.
Which one are you choosing?
Which one's worse? Oh, I'm gonna go with the David Guetta version. Yeah, the David Guetta version is
I
worse.
think you chose
It's
the
worse.
worst version.
That song's horrible, but I don't.
I
think
don't know if you did
Eiffel
choose the
65 is
worst
really
version.
bad because that sample, that I'm blue, I'm a deal. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the worst.
I would
Classic,
much
bro.
rather.
It's
That
trash.
it gets the
It's
5-year-olds
trash.
going, dude.
It's trash.
Yeah, it
bro.
gets the 5-year-olds going.
Blue
So does
Nabodino.
the hamster
You
song.
guys actually like that shit when David Guetta remixed that shit? You guys actually like that?
I played it a lot.
I know. I was
it's-
trying to compliment it because I was being nice, but deep down, that song is fucking horrible.
Here's what I will say. I usually would play a remix of it.
That's fair. Yeah. But yeah, no, either of those songs can go to hell. No.
Okay, but the best version of that song is the Flume remix.
I don't think I've heard it. Either way, I probably won't like it.
You
'cause
wouldn't
that,
like
yeah,
it.
that song's already
You
ass.
would not like it. Yeah, I mean,
Probably
maybe. How do you feel about Flume?
I told you, I really love Holding On. I like Never Be Like. I like Flume. Actually, that's on my list. Is that 2012 album? I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, but do you just like his like poppy mainstream stuff?
I would play an instrumental. I'll listen to an instrumental. I'll like where not you call it instrumental, just like an EDM only song where he has no vocals.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't mind that. Sleepless, that's a good song. Like
Okay, then maybe you would like, or maybe you would at least appreciate what he did with it. He made it very Flume.
okay.
So well, I'll have to play it for you sometime.
Alright,
You'll
what's
tell me
your
what
what's
you
your
think.
what's your list? What's your song?
Okay. I've got a bunch, but I'm gonna go with the one that I for sure am like donezo with. This one is actually probably this one. This one's up there. This one might be the most annoying one on my list right now. I didn't do research ahead of time, but I'm gonna say "Sweet Caroline."
By Neil Diamond.
I hate. People need to stop playing it.
I hate it in the commercials.
I hate it in the
That
commercials.
beer
I hate it
commercial.
when DJs play it in their sets. I hate.
Oh, but there's so many great traditions around the song.
I know.
Like,
it's overplayed.
when Penn State plays Pitt. I don't know if you know I think it's Penn State or no. When West Virginia plays Pitt, they play Sweet Caroline and like the crescendo happens. Instead of saying Sweet Caroline, they go
I hope
eat
they-
shit Pitt.
And I hope that team loses
Oh.
because they fucking play stupid ass Sweet
Well,
Caroline.
it's like
Yeah.
you know the bum bum bum.
Yeah.
They go
Oh,
eat shit Pitt.
Wow.
that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a really bad song. Good song to shit on somebody with.
Oh yeah, because everyone knows the words,
Yeah.
and then you get the whole crowd singing, and then you get all the students.
Yeah.
Because it happens at a few schools.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
you
they-
play that song at a crowd, people will sing. along.
Everybody knows it. Yeah, but it's
It's bad.
it's not. It's too overplayed. It's not necessarily that it's bad, although I don't think it's that good. It's that it's so overplayed, and it's not even like a new relevant song,
It's a song from
and
the
it's
70s.
still so overplayed.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Who the fuck is Neil Diamond?
Neil Diamond is very famous. Yeah.
Just give it to the-
Here we go.
God, I don't want to listen.
I know. It's
I hate that, like with that touching me, touching you. That's awesome.
okay. That's great.
Isn't that fucking
That's
great,
great.
though? You get the whole fucking stadium
That's
saying it.
great. But
Eat
it's
shit Pitt.
it's not a good song. The only reason it's so overplayed is because everybody knows the words. It's a super simple song. You know, like I said, everybody knows it, but I don't think it deserves to be played as much as it does.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tradition song.
It's a tradition.
It's like,
It's a love or hate
I
song.
hate the Star Spangled
Yes.
Banner.
It's
man.
a love or hate
Fuck the
song.
Star Spangled. If I hear the Star Spangled Banner one more time,
I mean, dude,
Leave
that's
this country.
basically the equivalent of Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline is like
The Star Spangled Banner?
is almost the American anthem. Like that's how much it gets played.
Wow. Fair.
That's
It
how
definitely
much
gets played more than the American anthem by far. but-
by far. And I think the
I don't
American
think that's
anthem
true
is
at
a
all.
better
All
song.
the schools, all the fucking stadiums that. All the games,
Yeah, that's
sports
a good
played.
point. That's
Bro,
a good point.
it's the fucking national anthem. Of
I
course,
mean,
everyone knows.
yeah,
fuck that song.
most schools start the day off with the national anthem.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
My
is
middle
it?
school did.
Anymore,
My high
probably
school did.
not. 'Cause the liberals,
They're so anti-American.
they're so
All right,
anti-American.
I get to pick 2.
You get to pick 2.
All right, I'm gonna go hand clap. I can make your hands clap. I fucking hate it.
I like that.
Garbage, garbanzo beans. Ooh, I'm torn between a couple here.
I've
I'm
noticed
gonna-
you say that a lot every time we do this.
I know because I like a few. I'm gonna go with Dance Monkey.
By Tones and I.
Tones and I.
I like
that's
that
a pretty
song.
obvious pick.
That's
a pretty obvious pick. No, that's like considered like one of the worst songs ever made. Like everyone.
That's the dance monkey,
Yeah.
dance monkey. Ooh,
I don't think it's that bad.
ooh. Yeah,
It's just
I thought it
annoying.
was a good song.
I mean,
It
that's
gives
the perfect
like
song.
pick me energy
Why?
of just like I don't know like
That's a one-hit wonder, isn't it?
1000% is a one-hit wonder. So is Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
No, it's not.
Dunsky, so that's your 2. You get your 4th pick.
How many do we get total?
5.
5.
Of course, it's a 5 every time.
5 alive.
All right. I mean, now I'm like, do I go more obvious or do I go less obvious? Let's go. I'm gonna go with the less obvious stuff. I'll throw out the honorable mentions at the end. I'm gonna say, "We Are Family." I'm tired of it. We are family.
I got
Come
all
on,
my
sisters and me.
What? That's like classic soul.
It's a classic. I told you
So
I'm gonna
great.
not do the obvious ones.
You're gonna do ones that piss me off? What the fuck?
Sorry, bro.
We Are Family. Do you think that? No, that's not a one-hit wonder.
Here's what I'll say. That one I feel less strongly about than the Sweet Caroline of like it needs to stop being played. I think it has its place in getting played. I guess Sweet Caroline does too. It just is way overplayed. But We Are Family, like, is that the safest song ever to play at a wedding? Probably. It's the safest song ever. I'm tired of it.
I don't know that drum thing, and then that like that intro is beautiful. Like
I'm not saying
before
it's a
the song.
bad song. I'm saying I'm annoyed
Kind
with
of sounds
it.
like you are.
No, I'm saying I'm annoyed with it.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm annoyed with
All
it.
right. Okay. You had your fun.
No, it's Jack's turn now.
No, it's my turn.
Oh, you're right.
I get 2 picks.
I wish it was my turn.
No.
You should skip
I think you're gonna hate me. I think your mom's gonna hate me with this one. Yeah, by Usher.
Yeah, you.
I think that song's annoying.
You're never allowed into my family song.
I think that song.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like Usher trying to sing over a rap beat like that. It doesn't,
I think that's one of his best
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
I just never been
Yeah.
an Usher fan. I never really liked Usher.
Yeah.
I don't think any.
Scream. Make you wanna scream, yeah.
Like even like I don't know, like Burn, like
Let me
Confessions.
know, take you there.
I'm just not.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not an Usher fan. I'm not an Usher fan.
Interesting.
But yeah,
You
so
know what he did.
yeah, he fondled with Diddy. Yeah, so that song and my final song, I'm gonna take "Hey Soul Sister" by Train.
Fuck, you stole my last pick.
It's a good one.
You just read it off my page.
No, I have it right here, dude. I wrote.
Yeah, it's your last one you
I didn't
wrote
read
after
this.
you read it off of my page.
Okay, I stopped. I just want to look at the rest of yours.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
You made me. You made me.
You're a good list. I like your list.
You made me add another one. And now I was gonna go with this one. Now I don't know if I should go with this new one or this one.
You took "We Are Family."
You're really not gonna like this next one, probably.
What are you gonna do?
Don't Stop Believing.
I don't mind that pick, honestly.
No,
That's
shitty song.
that is a very.
It's annoying. It's
odd.
overdone.
Honestly, I actually would have wrote that. Would have been on my list. Honestly, that's a good one.
Okay.
I'm not mad at
I
that
thought that was gonna get a way worse reaction.
mad at that one, because that
Especially
song-
based off of We Are Family.
No, that's actually a good song.
No,
though.
that's.
It's a good song.
it's
Don't
just-
Stop Believing is a good song. It's
It's
another
overdone.
We Are Family. It's the safest song you could possibly play.
That, honestly, like for the theme of the I think that fits the theme pretty well.
And
That
I
song
will
is-
say,
do I think the song's good? Yes. Is it overplayed to death? You
Yes.
goddamn right.
Yes.
It is. You're goddamn right. it
yeah,
is. Is it played in every situation? You're goddamn right. It
yes,
is.
yeah.
Sports events.
And
yeah.
a lot of this, I was referring to like weddings.
That's
Like
fair.
wedding music is a lot of what I was thinking of, because that's the most. That's the scenario where I'm listening to the most annoying song. Like that's when I listen to stuff that I don't.
Sweet
listen
Caroline
to
played
on
at
my
every
own.
wedding.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, not every wedding. Obviously, none of these songs are played at every wedding, but a lot of them.
Okay.
The company I work for tends to do more clubby style weddings. So we avoid it more than probably your average wedding, but it's still like remixes of all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. We want to keep going. Let's go past 5. I still got more. On
Yeah,
my
I got a
list.
lot more.
Let's keep going.
Did you draft 5? What were your 5?
Yeah, I already
My
made
5 was Fat Bottom Girls, Sweet Caroline, You Don't Know You're Beautiful, We Are Family, Don't Stop Believing.
Mine is I'm Blue, Girls Like You, Hey Soul Sister, Wherever You Will Go, and then what was my last song? Yeah, I did. Yeah,
And that's a crime.
I think that's payback for picking Fat Bottom Girls.
What are you more mad about, Fat Bottom Girls or We Are Family?
Well, I still haven't picked
Both
my
of them are
fifth.
equally pretty mad about, but I don't know. Fat Bottom Girls is such a good song. I don't know. Is it Queen's best song? No.
Definitely not.
But Queen is such a good band that like even though like
Is that Queen's most mainstream song?
no
What are you
Bohemian
talking
Rhapsody?
about?
You got,
Bohemian Rhapsody
We Are the
is
Champions
We Are the
actually
Champions.
might be bigger than Bohemian
that's because
Rhapsody.
it became a sports anthem.
not.
Boom.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
became bigger than music.
It's bigger than music.
It's bigger than music. We Will Rock You is also in that same vein because they kind of go back hand in hand.
Isn't that the same song? What'd you say?
We Are the Champions.
you know what song that's in like the top 100?
We are the champions.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
No
and then
time for
boom,
losers,
boom,
dude.
boom, 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 boom.
But, like, what about, like,
on your face.
Hey, you got songs like
Big
another one bites the dust.
all over the
Like another one bites the dust is a very mainstream song.
What do you say?
Another one bites the dust is a very mainstream
Yeah.
song.
A good one though.
Oh, that's one of the greatest songs ever. I think. Like,
I would not say
yeah,
that.
no,
but it's a
another
really
one
good
bites the
song.
dust is perfect. It's one of the greatest. No, what's your final?
My final one, I was torn between 2 again, like I always am. I'm gonna go "Built This City"
By Starship.
by Starship.
Overhated. Oh, that's the first pick.
You really do hate that era of rock.
Yeah, you hate 80s music.
You hate 80s
No,
rock.
I like
He hates 80s rock. You like disco?
I like Dire Straits. I
That's
like
more 70s.
Steely
okay.
Dan.
More 70s.
But they still have made stuff in the
Yeah,
But
but
they're
they're
70s.
remnants
I like
of the
Prince.
70s. More 70s. These are all 70s. All right,
Yeah,
keep
but
going.
they had great music in there.
Michael
But
Jackson,
there's
70s.
70s artists that maintain their relevance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like them.
I like that
So
too.
you like 70s artists?
Yes.
You don't like 80s artists? You don't
Even
like
80s
80s
How
rock?
about like Tears for Fears?
I like some of the new wave stuff. And
So Journey.
I like no, I like I don't know.
I'll say
I
the
like
Smiths is an 80s
I like
band.
the Smiths. I like
I would consider U2 a 80s band, even though they started in the 70s.
yeah.
But I consider them
I
more
like
80s.
that era of you too.
Guns N' Roses, you hate.
Guns N'
what
Roses,
about the Police?
Oh, that's 70s.
The Police, that's a tough one because I think they had a lot of their biggest hits in the 70s, but their biggest hits
In the 80s.
is in the 80s. But a lot
Yeah.
of their
Rem?
they had a lot of hits in the 70s.
REM. I like
R.E.M..
I love
REM's a good band,
REM.
but I think they got bigger in the
They're good.
90s. Automatic for the People. I think the 90s was where they kind of mainstream. Losing My Religion was in the 90s.
Beastie Boys.
I mean, if you
Def
want to go with
Leppard?
hip hop.
I
Yeah, you don't
that.
like Def Leppard. Yeah, go with all those 80s.
Who is the hair band? What is their name? Kiss.
Yeah, do you like Kiss?
Yeah, of course you don't like
Of course he
Kiss.
doesn't like Kiss.
Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers is
No,
an 80s
they're
band?
90s. They're
They started
90s.
in the 80s.
They
They
started,
started in the 80s, but they didn't become.
They're a
big until
90s band
they're a
for
90s
sure.
band. And 2000s band. They were one of the bigger bands in the 2000s. See, the 80s is bad. Like the Clash is the 70s, man. Even though they were big in the 80s.
I was happy in the hay.
Van Halen?
We already said the Clash.
Yeah, the Clash.
Bon Jovi?
You hate Bon Jovi.
Motley
Damn.
Crue?
He hates all these guys, bro.
There's some Motley Crue songs I don't mind.
Is Aerosmith 80s or 70s?
That's a tough one.
It says they started in 1970.
Yeah, no, they had a lot of songs in the 70s.
No, they're known for their 80s.
AC/DC,
Give me some of your
70s.
list. Give me some of your
Iron
honorable
Maiden?
mentions.
Some of my honorable mentions is Closer by the Chainsmokers.
How was Sweet Child O' Mine on your list?
I started to write it.
Okay.
Sweet Child
That's
of
a good
Mine.
one.
You said Closer by the Chainsmokers?
Yep.
That was probably my favorite EDM song for a while.
All
I like
About the
that song.
Bass
That's a
by
good
Meghan
one.
That's a good
Trainor.
one.
Any Meghan Trainor song would be
Um,
good.
My
Although
Humps,
at the time
the
I
Black Eyed
vibed with
Peas.
Hmm?
My Humps.
That's not their worst
Boo.
song. The Time is easily their worst song.
That's just annoying.
Yeah, I wrote down...
Dirty Bit, that's their worst.
Can't
Or
Stop
Dirty Bit.
Believing
I'm a
and
Bee.
Time of Your Life for Black Eyed Peas.
You mean Can't Get Enough?
What?
What song are you talking about?
Oh, wait, I read that wrong. Where is it? Didn't I put 2? I guess not. Time of Your Life.
That's a bad song.
Oh, I Got a Feeling. I got a feeling.
Okay, I mean that's not a bad. I'd put I'm a Bee. I'm a Bee is a really bad one, and then Boom Boom Pow.
I'm a Bee. I like that song. Boom Boom
Repetitive.
Pow. I get you.
Yeah,
I get
that's
you.
a bad song.
But I used to listen to that song.
I'm gonna
on
be up in the
repeat.
club doing whatever I liked, bro.
Do you like I'm a Bee?
I'm gonna be.
I used to not like it, but then somebody played it, and I was like,
It's not as bad.
"This is a good song, actually."
Nah.
Nah.
Why don't you like it? You just don't like the
It's just a
sample?
repetitive, annoying. I don't know. It's just kind of like.
I mean,
That's like
that
pure
era
sellout.
of the Black Eyed Peas was so overplayed.
Yeah.
It's hard to not be annoyed with a lot of those.
I'm gonna throw
songs.
out this one, "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees.
Staying Alive. I think that's a good one. I said, all right. I
I'm
said,
yours, Jason Mraz.
boo.
What?
Boo.
You're beautiful.
Boo.
You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
By James
How
Blunt.
about,
Boo.
how about
Boo.
Bad Day? Like you had a bad day. You
Boo.
take it
Those
sing
are
it
great
song.
songs.
But isn't it crazy you know the words though? Is it crazy you know the words?
Those are good songs. Come on,
Would you put
guys.
Baby Shark?
That's the peak. That era's the
I
peak
don't-
of
I
love
didn't wanna
songs.
choose those songs.
That's too cheap.
It's
Wait.
too cheap.
That era, James Blunt, Jason Mraz, peak of love songs.
70s Motown, like
70s Motown.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, Barry White.
But are those love songs or are those?
I guess for
Stevie Wonder, I
girls
just called to
nowadays.
say I love you. I
Michael
just
Jackson's
called
"Rock with You."
to say. Dude, there's so many good love songs.
Like R&B is kind of like the genre, but you like "Hey There Delilah" or like
That
"Hey There Delilah."
so
What-
these songs that we're all mentioning was like my first music I remember because it's what my mom listened to.
yeah.
And that like, "I'm Yours" was one of the first songs on my iPod. Like
Nostalgia's
"I'm
never giving time
Yours,"
to it.
Jason or James Blunt, and then like
We picked all the songs.
what's the "Sugar We're Going Down Swinging"? That
oh no,
song?
that's a good song.
That's
no,
a
Fall Out
great
Boy's
song.
Good. I like
Fall Out Boy is very
I
good.
vibe with Fall Out Boy.
But that was like, yeah, that was like the building blocks of my music listening career.
Fair. So you give
So that
your
has a
entire
special
music career
place in my heart.
for Jason Mraz, for James Blunt.
Jason Mraz was that song "I'm Yours." I think was the first song I learned on the guitar.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It is a
Yeah.
4-chord song. But yeah, it's a beautiful song. But that song's still trash. Hey,
it's a great-
I'm getting
great
you back,
music.
man. I'm
Jason
gonna-
Mraz is really good.
I listen to Jay. I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. Yeah, pretty valid. That's pretty valid.
It's definitely not even close to the worst Beatles song.
It's my worst Beatles. I just hate how.
Yeah,
so
that's
more annoying.
yeah.
one?
That Yellow Submarine is their worst song.
If you take it from a child's perspective and you show that song to children, I think that's a beautiful song for children. It's kind of like, whimsical. It's a little goofy. It's
Yeah,
Like-
I've got a couple songs on here that were made for children.
Please tell me.
Happy. Guys,
Whoa! You disrespecting the goat Pharrell?
Pharrell's not the goat.
All right, you've had about 5 goats tonight. You got to pick one.
Well, greatest of all time. It's not just singular greatest.
All right, you
So
sound
they're
like
all
goats.
the greatest
Sound like you had a lisp there.
of all time. Yeah, I did have a list because I'm trying to emphasize the S at the end of greatest. Greatest.
Okay, well, while you're talking nonsense, I'm just gonna keep going. Can't Stop the Feeling, Justin Timberlake
all
for the
movie
trolls.
time.
Yeah, because they're quite literally made for kids. They're annoying
I
songs.
get it. They're all older artists that have children that want to make music for their kids. So that's how he got inspired to make Happy. He was like, just hanging out with this kid one day. Was like, you know what? This is making me happy. I'm gonna make a song called Happy. That's literally
That's very deep.
Yeah, that's very equivalent to this. It's high art.
You got any more you want to throw out?
Just there's a few on there that I'm just like blanking on.
I got these written down. If
I got
you're
2 more.
ready.
I'll say 2 more, then I'm done.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do "Look What You Made Me Do" by Taylor Swift. Look what you made me do. Look what you never heard that one?
By Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep going.
You know what? I won't do that. I'll do "Bad Blood" instead with Kendrick Lamar. No, not the original. The song with Kendrick. That song is horrible.
What song is that?
And now we got bad.
Oh
Blood.
yeah.
That's a really bad
Kendrick's
song.
on that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Kendrick's first
Kendrick's
number one
a
hit.
fucking sellout.
That's Kendrick's first number one hit song.
Kendrick
and it
is
was
a fucking sellout.
horrendous. It was one of the worst songs. It was one of the most biggest sellout decisions that Kendrick's made in his career. Was working on that song. And then
Amongst
my last
others.
song. Actually, gonna hop on the Pharrell hate bandwagon. I'm gonna go with "Holla Back Girl." He produced that beat.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a good song though.
No, it isn't.
Know how to back girl.
You know that's a diss song?
Know how to back girl.
I forgot who the person he was.
That's
she was
my
dissing.
shit.
But
That's
she
my
was
shit.
dissing another pop star
That's my shit.
because
That's
someone
my
called
shit.
her cheerleader music. So she was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna make a song that actually sounds like someone like a cheerleader." So that's why it's like "B and Bananas" because she's trying to be like a cheerleader.
Way Too Sexy was really probably one of my annoying
Oh,
songs.
by Drake.
Yeah.
Oh, I get. Oh, the amount of Drake
the
songs.
Drake version? I
Yes.
thought you meant the original.
No,
No.
the
The
Drake,
Drake version's good.
No, it is.
Yes, it is.
That song's trash.
It's not great, but it's
no,
good.
it's ass.
No,
bro.
it's not.
That song is ass.
It's got 21 on it too, doesn't it?
No, it's got Young Thug and Future, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna do
what
that.
a good song.
Oh, let's do. I'm just gonna do Drake alone. The most annoying Drake songs. Marvin
Plan.
Tootsie Slide.
Marvin's Room? Do
No,
not
don't.
say Marvin's
Tootsie
Room.
Slide.
Tootsie Slide.
That's fair.
That's
Uh,
That was quite literally made for TikTok. God's Plan.
God's Plan
One
is pretty
Dance.
annoying. I don't
I
mind
like
One
One
Dance.
Dance.
Yeah,
the
it's not
sample
that
is
bad.
really good.
Started from the bottom. That is the worst.
Ratchet Happy Birthday
No.
is horrible.
But that's
Which
not.
one's
That's
that?
a deep cut. That's
Yeah,
not.
that's
That's not
a
a
deep
pop.
cut.
Yeah. But started from the bottom is my undisputed worst Drake song. Actually, that's a. bad
That's
song.
fair. I wouldn't say worst, but it's definitely
Because that
not
song
his
was
best.
so big at the time and it was all over. I'm like, really? Like Drake? The fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Drake stuff.
What's the most annoying Kendrick song?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
No.
that's actually a good one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Luther.
No.
If
No,
this
I wouldn't say
were
Luther.
mine.
I would probably say one of like the swimming pools is
The
kind of
whole
annoying to me now.
album. What?
Ooh.
The whole album, Mr. Morales.
No. Not that song. Poetic Justice, maybe.
No, I still like
You
that.
still like that song? Money Trees might be a tad bit overrated in my opinion.
No, that's
No.
a great song. Annoying Kendrick songs. That's like the only one I can think of.
Mhm. How about Kanye?
Peekaboo is his most annoying song
Peekaboo.
by far.
That's a good one.
Don't Want to Know with Maroon 5.
Yeah. Don't Wanna
Anything
Know.
from Mr. Morales.
Die Hard is one of Kendrick's best songs. I still stand by that. That song, it's sad that song didn't blow up the way it should. I love that song.
N95.
You guys know I have a special skill.
What? Yeah.
Well, before you get into that, let me do my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Old Town Road.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you hating on Old Town Road? That song is the most legendary country
Jack,
song of
come
all
on,
time.
back me up on
This song is way
No?
better than any other country song that ever has come out in the past 5 decades.
That's not even close to
Like, how
true.
many of them made
So
it
wrong.
19
That's-
weeks? How many of them brought in Hannah Montana superstar Billy Ray Cyrus to hop on?
Who's also known for making one of the most annoying songs of all.
that Achy Breaky Heart could also be on this list. You know that song? Go
Yeah.
in my heart.
achy breaky
Breaky-
heart.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
So continue on this.
Wait. Let me finish mine.
Old Town Road
Understanding.
sparked a conversation
No.
within
on
the
Old
music
Town Road.
industry
Trash.
where
It's-
people argued whether we should incorporate it into country music. And then they were saying no and excluded him, but it was considered racist while he was trying to be country. And then Billy Ray was like, fuck y'all. I actually have country credibility, and I'm going to try to push this song to #1 in the country charts and the main charts. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think it just,
Yes.
he took
The
this
what
no
he
name.
did was beautiful.
He took
Is
this,
that what happened, or
Yes,
did
that's
he,
exactly
did
what
he
happened.
see an opportunity to
That's also true. I think both of it's true.
regain some relevance?
Both of
regain
it's
some
true.
cash?
You know, they help each other out, man. They help each other out. Same thing with Drake. Drake.
But what I'm trying to say
Maybe he
is,
saw a little bit
did
of
he
himself
do
because
it?
he was rejected a little bit, right?
Who?
With Achy Breaky Heart.
A little bit, yeah, because he was like this pretty boy, like, you know, didn't really fit the country mold that, you know.
Yeah, and so he saw a little bit of himself.
But Little
in
Nas
Lil
isn't a
X.
country artist.
Not
That's what
anymore,
they said
but at
about
the
Billy
time.
Ray.
But yeah.
No,
at the
but
time-
Billy Ray
but-
is a country artist.
I know.
Yeah, but like, Lil Nas X he made like Montero, and then he made like Industry Baby, and just basically
I'm not saying
went
Lil
into-
Nas X is bad. Industry Baby is such a good song. And Old Town Road, I don't hate it, but it is kind of an annoying song.
That's one
If I heard a DJ play it now, and not in a like sarcastic way, I would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Old Town Road, really? Not ironically? Why?
Because it's a banger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I said blank spaces for my T Swizzy song,
That's like one of her better pop songs.
but I needed to like do a deep dive to see which one I hated the most.
She has a lot more.
It was just the second one. The first one I listened to, I was like, no, that's a good one.
That's more annoying.
That's no. The one I was gonna say is what's the one she did with Panic at the Disco?
Oh, nothing about
You mean
me.
Brendan
Yeah,
That's an annoying song.
I'm gonna replace
Spelling is-
blank spaces with that one. Whatever the name of that garbage song
Well,
is.
these are on.
Me. It's called Me.
I said pretty much Ed Sheeran altogether.
Just any Ed Sheeran song?
Hey ho, hey
Oh, by Lumineers.
ho. Yeah,
I've been roaming and roaming life.
yeah.
I've been living a lonely life. That song's harmless.
It's harmless.
I don't mind.
It's yeah. I mean, it was. I didn't think about it until you said. What did you say? So not Riptide. Something with an S. What was one of your 5? It was one of your 5.
Hey Soul Sister.
Hey Soul Sister. That's what made me think of it. And then I wanted to say a Bruno Mars song, but then I went on Spotify and I was looking through Bruno Mars and I was like, no, that is a good song. No, that is a good song too. That's also a good song. Like, I'd have to do a deep dive because I know he's got some,
No.
but
No misses.
most of his stuff is actually like
No misses.
really good. It's just not stuff I listen to anymore.
Yeah, Grenade is a miss. I'll say, ironically, he missed it with the grenade.
Grenade, Locked Out of Heaven.
That's a great song.
Marry You.
That's a good song.
I don't feel like
I like that song.
I like that song.
I think he made that song ironically.
That's also one of the first songs I learned on the guitar.
I love that song because it was an ironic, like, I just want to make a fun song about me doing nothing. It kind of had like an ironic tone to it. Like, it was clearly a joke, tongue in cheek.
Okay,
For what it
maybe I
is, I
got
think
one.
it's a great song.
No, that's a good song too.
They're all fine. He's
Um,
really good at making pop songs.
What's this? That's what I like.
I love this song. I got it.
Oh no, that's a good song.
Every song is
What's
a banger.
It Will Rain?
Oh, that song's from Twilight. That song's ass. This song's ass.
Did we find one? No, that's a good song too. That's a good song. When I Was Your Man, Talking
Good
to the
song.
Moon.
Good song.
He's really good. APT. What's Die With?
Oh,
the
that's
Sun?
their worst. No. I APT. You know this song.
I like that song. This one, I like this one.
I know all these songs.
But yeah, I know all these songs. I told you, Billy.
Here's what I'll say. I have a disco house remix to that song. That's Chef's Kiss, and that version is what made me love this
Okay.
song.
It's usually a remix that helps.
Because I didn't really listen to the song much. Like, I've heard it, but I didn't specifically listen to it. It's just a song that I heard. But once I had that remix, I'm like, this song is so good. So.
Okay. I like that. Any more? All right. So I kind of want to show you this. So I have this weird skill that if you name any famous person, I can tell you what year they're born.
Really? Drake.
1986.
Okay, well, now I got to research.
Okay. What about Captain Kirk?
Captain Kirk, William Shatner?
William Shatner.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's a tough one. Now you got me stumped.
What year did you say for Drake?
86.
Wow.
Oh, if you give me younger, I'll probably know. But
Lady Gaga.
I think the same year, 1986.
Yeah. Wow. Why
Go
do you
ahead.
know that?
I just know people. I just know that.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Guess.
God. I think it's 30s or 40s.
Who'd you say?
William Shatner.
William Shatner. Captain Kirk.
1940. Am I wrong?
9 years off.
Really? He's 31? 1931?
Yes.
Wow.
That's an old mother. No way I'm going to get it. If you give me some.
94.
Okay.
Okay,
What?
what
You
about
said anyone famous?
What about he
was in the
was
news.
in The Sound of Music. What's that guy's name?
Dick Van Dyke?
Yes.
Well, he was in Mary Poppins.
Oh, he was
God
in Mary
damn.
Poppins.
Okay.
Close enough. Close enough.
Okay. Oh, man. You guys are kicking my ass.
Oh, this is
1919?
6 years off.
Oh, you got
1913?
No.
No, 1926?
25.
25. Okay, he's a lot younger than I thought.
it. Young Thug.
Oh, that's a good one. Young Thug is 1993.
2 years off.
91?
Yep.
Fuck!
Let's go. Who's super fucking famous?
Just do rappers, or musicians. I could just do.
No, you
musicians.
said anyone famous.
I could do.
He's-
I could do anyone famous.
All right,
Donald
let's do
Trump.
musicians.
Donald Trump.
1942. 43. 44.
Oh,
No.
come on, load Wi-Fi. Why aren't you loading?
I think he's 1942. He's like 83, right?
No, he's not that old. He's in his 70s.
No.
He's 78. 1946.
Fuck! Okay, I'm not as good as this.
Okay,
guy.
let's go musicians. Let's go.
Lil Wayne.
No.
Lil Wayne's 1982.
That's an easy one.
Am I right?
Correct.
Okay, all of a sudden,
Let's
your
go.
Wi-Fi is not loading anything on my phone.
Yeah,
It's
it
working
does
for me.
that. It does that.
Let's go. Who's super relevant right now? Let's go Olivia Rodrigo.
2003.
Shut up. Is this right? Yes.
Harry Styles.
94. Oh, no, 93.
Is that right?
I think it's 93.
Justin Bieber.
94.
94? Fuck, he's younger than Bieber? Who?
Justin Bieber.
94.
Yeah.
Let's go. No, he's older than Justin Bieber. What year? What month?
Bieber's March.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's older.
I don't
Harry's
know.
older.
Is Harry Styles like February?
Yeah.
How the fuck did I
Well, you had two options. It's not. Don't act amazed. You had either January or February. You ding dong.
Fair.
Sabrina Carpenter.
98. No, 99. She's 99. She's our age.
She's alright.
May 11th. She's less than a month older than you and I, Jack.
What about Lil Nas X?
Also 99.
Yep.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Why? Do you
I don't-
spend your time researching
I
this
realize
stuff?
whenever I look up someone, the first thing I look at is what
Is
year
their
they're-
age.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just always have.
What
it
about
memorized.
Billy Ray Cyrus?
What the fuck? 1956.
What about Miley?
Miley's 93. No, 92.
Oh, you're pretty close.
93.
61.
92.
Huh?
61.
61. Is it 93?
92 for
92.
Miley.
Fuck.
Disappointing.
I thought it was. Well, I can tell you where every rapper's from.
What about Tito's Vodka? When was that invented?
I don't fucking know.
When did it-
1855?
We all know you know Kendrick.
87. June 87. Kanye's June 77.
What about Method Man?
That's a good one. I think he was born in 1966.
I'm gonna be so
MF
mad if
Doom.
this is right. 1971. You're
Oh, he's
off
a
by
lot older
11
than I
years.
thought. Who? MF Doom is 70.
Not younger.
MF Doom's 71 as well.
MF Doom?
Yeah,
He's
it's
1971.
1971. Wow.
What about Muggsy Bogues?
Muggsy Bogues. I think he was born in the early 60s. I'm going to go with 1961.
What about... Oh,
He
did he
was
get it right?
born in 65.
Slick Rick.
Baltimore.
Slick
Rick.
Rick was also born in the early 60s. I'm going to go with 65.
Wow.
You got it?
Got it.
What about Eric B. from Eric B. and Rakim?
What the fuck? That's a pull. I think also 65.
63.
Oh, 63.
What about
I just
Kesha?
Kesha was born 87.
Nice.
What about Fife Dog?
Five Dog is 70.
Q-Tip?
71. 70.
What about Questlove?
Questlove is also, I think, 1971.
Questlove was born in 71.
Kobe.
Kobe is 1978. Basketball I'll get pretty easily, I think.
Okay, what about Kareem?
1949.
You sure?
I guarantee it.
He's still alive too, right?
Still alive,
Wow.
Really? How'd you how'd you know he
I
was
just
born
do-
in 47? I can guarantee it.
No, you're right. You're right. He is born 47 because Magic was born 59. He's 12 years older than Magic.
Yeah.
That's insane.
How's that dick taste in your
imagine,
mouth?
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Sorry.
Nah, it's okay. I'm disappointed in myself. 47? He's an old motherfucker.
Action Bronson.
83.
Why do you know this? What the fuck?
What about Lil Pump?
Ooh,
2000.
No. Really? Yes.
Yeah. Gosh. XXX. 10th
98.
Ski Mask?
98.
96.
You check that one.
Yep.
Am I right? I'm so.
Lil Uzi Vert.
I think he's 94.
95.
95? Are you
95.
kidding me? Oh, I'm way off.
What about Big Crit?
Oh, Crit is 1986.
Correct.
Future?
83. He's old. Future's old.
You
Future's
got it.
old.
Spot on. Jay-Z.
69.
Barack Obama.
61.
What the fuck?
He was born in 61. What about let's go Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh, that's a hard one. He was born in the 60s. I'm going to say like 68.
I think they don't know how old he is.
Yeah, but what did they
I
say?
think that was a
68?
trick
Did they say
question.
68?
66.
He's born in
But-
66?
But the thing is,
They don't know. There's no records because he's from Congo, the Republic of Congo, like one of the poorest countries
He
in the world.
might be
2
even
Chainz.
older.
Ooh.
76.
What about Joel Embiid?
77.
Fuck.
Do you know their ages and you work back from there?
I always
or
look,
you
no, I
know
look at the
the
year.
date?
Every
You
time
know the
I
year.
know someone, every time I know every human being, I look at what year they're from, like what year they're born, and I base their age off that, not how old they are. If that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm like, all right, are you 02, 03? Are you 99?
Yeah,
98?
I'm the opposite. I'm like, how old are you? Okay, and then what year were you born?
I always do what you were. That puts context of
Hey.
how old you are.
What about Joel Embiid?
Oh, 94. Come on.
All right, let's.
I'm telling you guys. You guys stumped me. I'll give you that.
No, let's do
Talib
Joel's. Let's do Joel's.
Kweli.
Talib
let's do Joel's.
Kweli, 1978.
What about Joel Damon, the professional golfer?
I don't know who that is.
You're wrong.
What
79?
about Joel Olstein?
76. 75? Fuck, he's old.
What about Joel Olstein?
I don't know who Joel Olstein is.
He's a mega church pastor.
Dude, I don't know, 1945?
1963.
Yeah, I can.
Powerful Joel Olstein.
Tyler, the Creator.
92. He's 90. 91. 91.
What
Isaiah
about Bill
Rashad.
O'Reilly?
Isaiah Rashad's 89, I think. Is he 1990? 89 or 90? I'm feeling the 90.
How about Bill O'Reilly?
1955?
1949.
Would you say for Isaiah Rashad?
89 or 90?
91.
I said 91. Fuck.
What about Pol Pot? What year do you think he was born?
I don't know who this is.
He was the former general secretary of the
Why are you
Communist
giving me
Party
politicians,
of
man? I don't know politicians.
Comanche. He's
Athletes,
one of the
I'll
most
know.
murderous politicians of all time. in
Nice.
Cambodia. Yeah. Pretty cool guy. Cool guy of the day, Pol Pot.
Nas.
73.
Okay, what
Joey
about
Badass.
95.
what about Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan, what? 1408 AD?
A little older.
No, wait, what is it, like 500 AD? Is he BC?
No, newer. He's
1000 AD.
he is AD. Okay, that was very close. 1162. May 31st.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Schoolboy Q.
86.
What about Mao Zedong?
Mao Zedong? Is he the one that's the current president, or is
No.
he
No.
the
That's
he's
Winnie
like,
the Pooh. Winnie
he's like
Pooh is the current
1924,
president of
1925.
China. It's Winnie the Pooh is the current. What year do you think?
1925.
No, he was born in 1893.
What the fuck, man?
Who?
Mao
Dude,
Zedong.
he's giving me no. This is better.
Mac Miller.
1992.
What about Stalin? Joseph Stalin?
He's 1919.
I don't know if you're catching a thing
about-
with mine.
What about Jesus
Wait, what did you
Christ?
say?
1919.
Jesus Christ.
0. Am I right? 1919?
It doesn't. It just has where he's born.
No, just click on Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is the always most reliable source.
Doesn't have a born. 1878.
He's old.
Yeah. He died.
Lil
in
Yachty.
97.
Okay. The Big Kahuna.
Dude,
You know who
we're
I'm
not,
thinking
we're not
of.
doing this. I'm just
You know who I'm thinking of. What year do you think he was born?
I don't know who the Big Kahuna is.
Of all the baddest man of all time.
Uh,
You know who I'm thinking of. Hankety
1942.
You think he was born?
Who
I don't
are
know
you
who
this
talking
is.
about?
Hankety clankety, the Big Kahuna, the baddest of all the bad.
Is he 1800s? 1700s?
dictators.
Is he within the
Hitler? Oh, the big
Oh,
kahuna.
I was trying not to say
Hitler.
Hitler.
What'd you say?
So
Clankety,
he was
clankety?
born April 20th.
Hankety, clankety, harkety, clarkety.
So Hitler was born 19...
That's what Hitler sounds like.
No,
Why do I get the-
Sein Neues, sei da. Sein Neues, ich Neues.
Shh, you're gonna get
1908.
You read it, didn't you?
No.
1889 in Hungary.
Okay, I don't know my politics.
Freddie Gibbs.
83. No, 82.
Denzel Curry.
What about
95.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer, what, 1955?
1960, close. All right.
What'd you say for Denzel Curry?
95. Dude, just give it up. I know.
All right.
What about Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber?
Dude, I don't know these fuckers. Stop naming
The
these
Unabomber.
fuckers.
The Unabomber.
I don't know.
Ted
1965.
42. Nice try.
He's old for someone who bombed. Usually younger people are the terrorists.
Tupac.
1971.
What about
Biggie.
O.J. Simpson?
70.
He was born in O.J. Simpson?
No,
O.J. Simpson was born in 1940.
you're wrong about Biggie.
71?
No.
72.
Yeah.
Okay.
What year do you think O.J. Simpson is?
1949.
Close. 47.
Rest in peace. So you guys heard of the Naked Guns movies? You know?
Yeah.
So you know O.J. Simpson was originally in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So in there's a new one with Liam Neeson. There's a scene where they're all like, because Liam Neeson's supposed to play the son of the original character from the movie, and all the police are like going there, and then there's this black character who his dad was O.J. Simpson, and he just like looks at him, he's like, nah, I'm not gonna say anything.
That's so funny.
What about Ted Bundy?
1945.
Close. 46.
I knew he was a little older.
Yeah. Well, do you know John Wayne Gacy?
Dude, why are you naming a bunch of serial killers?
Yeah.
Man?
I'm not. It's just
Are you
I'm
crazy?
naming people.
I'm just naming people that inspire me.
1933. 1933.
42.
Okay. All right.
Well, I went from most murderous dictators to serial killers, so I actually kind of went.
I don't know.
Reverse
I just wanted to show you guys that
You
I have
did
this
not
weird-
start with the most murderous dictators.
I think this
Yeah, I
is
said
your way
Pol
up
Pot.
to the most.
I said Pol Pot. I said Mao Zedong.
Hey,
So you went up.
but you guys can't front. That's a pretty cool party trick, right? It's weirdly no.
Yeah, it works like 30% of the time.
But when he was naming artists, I was
Yeah,
pretty
he
spot
was
on with all.
naming. He
Yeah,
was.
you're about.
He was almost always within a year or two, if not spot on.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to show. But I do want to. Do you guys want to do anything? Because I want to end it with just song recommendations and just sign off.
I'm down.
All right.
How about I find a draft for you guys to do?
Yes. Actually, let's do that. Give. What do you want to do? My
I want to be genuine.
Yeah, let me give you 5. So my number 5, I'm gonna take.
And your topic is?
My topic is quote unquote EDM, like deep cuts.
So
or
I
deep-
gave him EDM songs, but they can't be top 40 radio hit EDM songs.
and I don't believe any of my songs on this list are, but they are popular songs.
We'll see.
So my number 5 is going to be "Across the Room" by Odessa, featuring Leon Bridges. I love that song. A little underrated, but I still think it's a good one. Number 4 is going to be Jack Hughes' "Take You There." Is that a top 40 hit song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a radio song.
Yes.
Can I have it this time?
No.
Then fuck this list. That was like one of the songs that banged on, man. All right.
What
fine.
else did you have?
I had "Afraid to Feel" by LF System.
There we go.
There we go.
Now we're talking. That's a good answer. Thank you. What else you got?
"Rollin'" by Calvin Harris. With Khalid and Future.
I'll give you that. It's not a top 40 song.
That is a top 40 song.
It wants to be.
That's true. It wants to be, but never reached that. "The Nights" by Avicii. No? That's a hit.
You're bad at this game.
Come on. No, I'm doing my best here, man.
I would probably stay away from Calvin Harris and Avicii. And who else did you have?
I'm right here. Oh, Jack, you.
Jack U, Odessa. Yeah, you're going with. You gotta give me some deeper cuts, man.
Dude, I don't know EDM like that. Like, Afraid to Feel is a really good song.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
Fuck. Okay, you do your list.
You could probably literally just give me 5 different LF System songs. You'd probably like the top ones. They're all like
but I don't
very
know. I don't
disco-y.
I don't listen to any of those songs.
You probably will. I'll show you some.
How about S.G. Lewis's version of More Than a Woman?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we could. I'll take remixes.
Okay, we'll do S.G. Lewis. Oh, now you make the rules. You call the shot. Fuck you, man. All right.
I mean, in the EDM world, remixes are the same.
Yeah. I get it. Let me see if I can find this one.
Can I do Holding On, the Flume remix with Freddie Gibbs?
Isn't that just a Flume song? You mean the Freddie Gibbs remix?
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs version of
I'll take that.
Thank you. So that's 3 or 4? 4. And then my last one, who are we going to do? Stole the Show by Kygo.
It's a radio song.
That's a radio song? It Ain't Me's a radio song too? Man. What about Wild for the Night by A$AP Rocky?
Jack, no, yeah, that's.
By the way, do you guys like that song?
I don't know.
What, you don't know it? Wild for the night, fuck
Fuck
being
being
polite. I'm going.
It's a Skrillex song.
Skrillex and A$AP Rocky. You've never heard that song?
Yeah, that's not really a radio song though.
It's not a radio song.
All right,
I don't think it was.
I'll switch up my answer.
I'll take
my-
that song.
No, I'll switch up my answer.
I'll accept it. That's
No.
Skrillex. That's definitely EDM, and I don't think it ever
I
touched the
didn't know it
top
was
40.
Skrillex. You just said A$AP Rocky, so I was like, I don't know that song.
Yeah. Wild for the night, fuck being polite. I'm going.
Dude, I don't know, man.
I still haven't come up with
Yeah, I think you're done.
No? Jack, nothing?
Oh, I know the song. And as soon as you said the, I know that I do.
Oh, you know it, yeah.
I was
Because it's
still-
like an old school drop.
I was still saying I still don't have any hair metal songs.
Not one.
Maybe Jump, Van Halen, sure.
He really hates this genre. Like, it's that extreme. I kind of love this because, like, you know, music
I would
you
need
hate is
time to
interesting.
dive into it.
You know,
Like, I would actually have to like.
Why are you so against just like pop catchy songs?
No, I'm not. I do like pop catchy songs.
It's being
Like
against,
what?
It's being against how rock was built on authenticity.
Yes.
Was built on this, like, you know, it's music from the soul, and then like hair metal was like goes against everything what rock stands for, and it's hypocritical, sellout garbage. You know, it you know, the music, you know, them. I can totally see that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I
but
will
the songs
say,
themselves are good.
if I were listening to rock, that'd probably be the last version of rock I would listen to.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I'll be listening to prog rock. Like, I'll be getting into like the Pink Floyds, the King Crimsons, the weirdo.
Are you
artsy
talking
music.
about like? There's some psychedelic rock too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hendrix, I would get into
Well,
that sound.
I'd say Pink Floyd is more psych than prog. They got it kind of prog towards the end.
Yeah. Prog rock is what, like Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. I don't really know all
Yeah.
that much.
I
But
wish I could rattle off a few artists. I know them off the top of my head. Hold up.
But that being said, I want to hear your top 5 Taylor Swift songs, and I'm gonna roast you on all of them.
Oh, I don't think there's anything to be roasted on. I have to pick Taylor Swift songs. So I'm going to say number 1, You Belong With Me.
Best Taylor Swift song. I am not going to argue against that.
Thank you. Jack, thoughts?
What song?
You Belong With Me. Taylor Swift, T Swizzy. You
Yeah, it's a
belong
pretty
with
good
me.
song.
Number 2, Mine.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's one of her biggest songs.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
Just the same formulaic pop. It works for what it is, but is it music I would vibe to on my own? Not necessarily.
Well, here, I have a quote that I heard that I think you're going to find.
I know the song. Don't worry.
I think you're going to like this quote, Nabong. Art fills our spaces.
Oh, I sent you this.
Art decorates our spaces. Music decorates our time. And that pop garbage decorates the mall and the fucking grocery store and the top 25 radio. And frankly, I don't know. I might be with you.
It's just viewing it from a different approach and not if you
It's
kind
just
of
not what you like.
if you kind of if you lower your expectations, lower your standards, and just accept it for what it is. It's pop catchy music that everyone knows that you could just play easy listening, and I think there's always a time and place for that.
Yep.
Is it high art music? No. Can it be high art music? Yeah, I think it can. There's definitely the artsier types that cross over and become the mainstream. It's happened before. It doesn't happen often, but I think majority of the pop music is going to be the garbage things that you play at the grocery stores.
They're easy to sing along to,
Yeah.
catchy.
Mm-hmm. But as
Fun
someone like a
beats.
DJ yourself, those are the songs you gravitate towards, would you say?
Yeah, especially those are the filler songs I gravitate towards. Like, I will definitely pick out the songs that I like, whether they're big or small. I'll pick
How
those
about
out.
whether you like them or hate them? Do you play songs you hate?
Yeah, but I do feel like as I play them and they get reactions, I learn to love them. Like Pink Pony Club. Hated that song. Did not like any song from her, to be frank. I thought it was garbage. Jay would play it when he would do weddings. I would be like, I know you kind of have to, but why? But now I've played it and I get it.
People will sing the shit out of that song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
And same with her other big song.
Good Luck, Babe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that song's so good, though.
they're both really good songs.
Espresso is another good example. Did not like that song at first. Now I like it.
Good
I
Luck Babe
get-
might go down as like one of the best songs.
What is Good Luck, Babe?
Best songs.
One of the best
Decade.
songs of the decade.
Really?
Yeah,
Could
no,
go-
that's one of the best
could
pop songs
go
right now.
Top 100 all time.
Good Luck,
Easy.
Babe.
I think so.
Really?
That's a good. I'm not going to argue against that.
Maybe
Give it time. Give it time.
50.
Give it time. Because Chapel Roan's like we're seeing like a renaissance. Like she's like kind of like the breakout.
Just the vocal work. I would put it up there with like Fleetwood Mac and fucking. That song is
The
so
song's excellent.
good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue
Good
against
luck,
it.
babe.
What's number 4?
Okay, so I am doing a draft of Taylor Swift songs
You're not
as
drafting.
somebody who a top 5 draft. Yeah, it's a draft. Drafting the top 5. Oh, because we're not. You're
Picking.
right. All right, I'm picking my top 5 Taylor Swift songs as somebody who doesn't really like Taylor Swift. My number 1 is You Belong With Me, best song. Number 2, Mine. Might also a strong argument for it being her best song. Number 3, 22. I mean, come on.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
How do you...
Everything's gonna be alright.
Anybody who turns
You make
22
me
plays that
happy.
song. It's,
Actually, that's
it's one
gonna
of her
be-
best songs.
I'm gonna put
I
that in
don't
the
know
honorable
about
mention
you.
because
Of annoying
feeling
songs?
22.
yeah, on my annoying songs.
Yes,
because
I agree
That's
with you.
I think I'll put that. I'm also gonna put What's My Age Again, because both those songs are played when you go to a certain age. When you turn 22, you're playing 22. When you turn goddamn 23, you're playing What's My Age Again, like
Yeah.
fucking Blink 182.
Yeah, that's fair.
So go ahead.
Number 4, Love Story. Any arguments there?
I mean,
Don't
you're
think
going
so?
with the older like
Yeah.
her pop crossover.
You can tell.
Like
you
the-
can tell
yeah,
which
what
era I
era.
like the most.
Eras tour, yeah.
Yeah. And then number 5, I put Our Song.
I don't know that song.
I guess
Oh,
it's
you
off her
do.
first album. You definitely know.
You
Our
know
Song.
that song?
Yes.
You know it.
Did you end up making your list of your early 2000s grunge?
Yeah,
It's this one that you're like, oh, is that one
Let's do it.
song?
Let's see. I want to hear that because I'm more interested in that.
These are songs that I don't think are good, but I like-
Guilty pleasure.
guilty. These are guilty pleasures.
I never heard it.
Really?
I don't know Taylor Swift. This first album, I don't know anything about this album.
Really? Really?
Really.
That shocks me, considering how much you're like pop top 40
but
guy.
I ain't listening to Taylor Swift. Wasn't a top 40 artist at that time. She didn't become top 40 till
I heard this song on the radio as a
maybe
kid.
in the country fucking station.
I didn't listen to country.
But
My mom didn't listen to country.
I don't know. Maybe as a kid, I was always like anti Taylor Swift because it was always like very girly music. So I guess I kind of stayed away from it. But I never listened to it. Like "You Belong with Me" was the song I remember being omnipresent. Everyone,
Yeah.
Love Story was everywhere. And then on, like she just never left the radio. Like,
I definitely I'm the opposite. I definitely was way more into Taylor Swift as a kid than I am now.
I knew nothing about Taylor Swift. I didn't know Taylor Swift until Kanye.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift was just like someone I just like heard about, but I didn't knew who Taylor Swift really was until Kanye did that incident. I was
The
like,
most I've ever listened to her music authentically was that era when I was a kid.
fair.
And then I got older and I was like, it's for girls.
But "You Belong
And
with
now
Me"
it's
was a
kinda
song I
whatever.
liked at the time, even when it was everywhere. I did like that song at the time.
Yeah.
Over time, I still like that song, and I like that song now. So I'll give "You Belong with Me." Every other song, straight into the recycling.
Mine in the
It's
recycling bin.
It's whatever.
Our song? You don't even know it.
I don't know. Our
You gotta
song.
listen to
I
it.
gotta listen. Taylor Swift is on my list of my album listening. I'll listen to some Taylor Swift.
I don't know if Taylor Swift. I don't
Do
know.
you
I don't
guys
know
have
if
any
you listen to
recommendations?
her albums.
Do you guys have any recommendations for albums, by the way, like that I should listen to that most people may or may not know? Because he gave me like "Pretty Odd" before. I thought that was a good recommendation.
Okay. I do
Let's
have
do-
some
let's
early
hear it.
2000s. I did make a little list. It wasn't the one given to me,
All
but
right. Who's that?
Salvatore Ganacci.
Who's
ooh,
that?
He makes some fun music.
Culturally appropriate.
Who is this guy?
Salvatore Ganacci.
You should check him out.
Listen to this album.
Oh, you're telling me this is the album I should check out?
Mm-hmm.
And this is dance music?
Yeah, this is some of the weirdest pop you'll ever listen to. It's so cool though. You got to check out his music videos too. He has a
And
vision.
then watch his live sets too.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll DJ main stage Tomorrowland and just just do the most bullshit set. Like not even trying.
No, the set will be lit, but he'll be like doing handstands and like doing weird ass dances. There's a clip of him that's an older clip, but he's like, everybody close your eyes. Relax your anus. Everyone's like, what?
Anyway, go on with your. I want to hear your list.
My early 2000s.
So early
shit rock,
2000s,
guilty
crappy
pleasures.
ass pop music or rock music.
With Arms Wide Open by Creed.
With arms wide open.
With arms wide open.
See, these are the type of songs I live and die for. This is the type of songs. This is the reason why I wanted to start the podcast because of songs like this. Yeah, Creed.
Higher.
You're gonna go back to back Creed?
Yeah. Well, I'll mix it up. How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
Of course.
This
one?
is how
Oh.
you remind.
Remind me of what I really am.
He just doesn't have that natural gravel in his
Oh, it
voice.
just killed me.
So
Wherever You Will Go.
on my list,
Yeah.
trash song. I don't want to hear that song ever again.
And
Wherever
then-
You Will Go.
Yeah, and then
But I hear it
by
wherever
who?
I go.
By who?
The Calling. It's a one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You Found Me, The Fray.
I love that
You
song.
found me.
I love that song.
You found me.
I love that song.
Hanging on a prayer.
Surrounded. And
Terrible.
what, do you have one more?
Higher was the fifth song.
Okay.
You take me higher.
Yeah, those are good songs.
I think these all were Christian rock songs.
Really?
Christian adjacent. I don't think they were technically Christian rock songs. They definitely had Christian themes.
Yeah.
So
Well, was Nickelback ever?
no, they were just Canadian douchebags.
Yeah, see, I
Just
mean,
a bunch of
definitely not
Canadian douches.
definitely not a Christian band, but yeah, Christian influence, maybe some Christian stuff. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to wrap it up here soon.
I think we're gonna wrap it up right now.
It's time.
I think we're gonna call it. Thank you guys for another awesome
Yeah.
podcast.
That was a blast.
It was good.
Let's go.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.